Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From Dallas, Texas, welcome to Poker House Live, Poker House Dallas, where tonight we will be bringing our Monday weekly 1-2 $500 max buy-in, no limit Texas Hold'em cash game. Going to have a variety of new players on this stream, including our live stream manager, Mr. Eric Anderson. Going to be playing. Also a slew of new players in addition to him. I'll be going over those players as action pulls up. We are just about 2-3 minutes away from action being underway. Again, we are on a 15-minute delay here in the booth. Hope all of you had a good weekend and ready for some fun, action-packed Monday night. No limit 1-2 Hold'em. Again, I'm Eddie the Asian Sensation in the booth, flying solo for the meantime. I think Mr. Matt Osborne may be joining me in the booth at some time in the future. Going to be starting off action with Brian in the box and Craig on Action Tracker. Looking to get the stream started off the correct way with some action, and here we go. Brian with the shuffle up and deal. I'm going to turn off the webcam so you can pay attention to the action. Again, this is our weekly Monday 1-2 500 cap. This is the main game that we spread here in our room. Getting a lot of players new to our live stream in some capacity. In the stream, it looks like the one seat is unfilled. That seat will be filled very shortly. Here we go. Brian with the shuffle up and deal. Big fish in the night seat, a regular on our stream. Matt in the 3 seat, first time playing the live stream. Ty in the 6 seat, first time playing the live stream. JMB in the 5 seat. I'm sorry, JMB in the 5 seat. Ty in the 6 seat, and here we go. The majority of these players is going to be buying in for the max. Ty going to open under the gun with Queen 10 offsuit to $10. Come back to Eric. Matt calls out of on the button. Eric gonna 3-bet the 30 out of the small blind. Gonna be heads up. I believe Matt versus Eric. Turn coming up. Matt with the best hand. 5 of spades, 3 of diamonds on the run out for the turn in the river. After the turn goes check, Eric checks out of the small blind on the river. Matt gonna turn his hand into a bluff with ace high. Gets Eric to fold, taking down the first hand. About 20 viewers in the chat. Poker Monkey gonna cheer on Cup in the 2 seat. Got Miss Tammy Vanny, one of our moderators. Also in the chat as well, Rojo Loco saying let's, can't read that, what it stands for, but LFG Frank. Frank getting a little spicy under the gun, +2, gonna open 6-4 of hearts. Matt gonna flat on the button with Jack 10 offsuit. Gonna c-bet this flop. Gonna fold, surprisingly fold. Matt could have definitely at least peeled the 1 street to see if he had a gutter. In position, Badoogie board of Queen 8 deuce. Frank c-betting his entire range, getting Matt to fold on the button, or in the cutoff, I believe. Chip counts, the majority of players buying in for at least 450, it looks like. Close to everybody buying in for the max. Min in the chat asking if Eric is messed up yet. Not yet. Oh, I mean, you can type whatever you want. I just can't read it. Row. I mean, you can't type whatever you want in the chat. Frank getting spicy, going to make it 10 with ace, 2 offsuit, cup, and the hijack with ace king suited. Going to 3-bet to 25, 30. Makes it 35. Going to fold to Jake in the small blind. Going to call with queen jack of clubs. Folding back to Frank. Going to fold his ace deuce offsuit. Both players having clubs covered. Three, 2, 9 board, Badoogie. Gonna bet just slightly under a third pot. With a hand like queen jack suited, no, there was a 9 on the board. Could have potentially floated one. There's some cards on the turn that improve his equity position. Obviously, Cup has clubs, and he doesn't know that. But could have potentially floated the flop there to see if he hit a card that brought in some additional equity. Opts to fold. I think a lot of times, with a lot of these players not playing with each other on a regular basis, you're going to see some pretty tight action early on. And as the players get a feel for each other, probably going to open up their game a little more as the stream goes on. Again, this stream started about 15 minutes ago. We're on a 15-minute delay. Going to go from 6:30 to 10. Matt and the hijack going to make it 20 with ace-9 suited. Eric in position, just going to flat call here. Looks like we're going 4 ways to the flop. Ty and Blake both checking. $80 in the pot. Matt going to bet 15 to 80, slightly over half pot, about 55, 60% pot. Ty with top pair, outkicked right now. Going to make the call. Blake with the middle pair, going to also call as well. 2 of clubs. Pairing the board, but also giving Ty club draw. See Matt size up here. See what sizing he uses until pot of 230. 60, quarter pot. Little small sizing there. Ty carving out calling chips. Now with the line that Matt's taking, definitely could put him on a hand like ace-9, maybe some overpairs with him double barreling. This isn't a board that generally favors his opening range. Both players both have boats now. Check back by both players going to be a chop pot. Tammy, Eric definitely has enough white because a lot of times these players don't bring enough chips, $1 chips in order to tip the dealers. Again, Big Brian in the box, Craig running action tracker. Eddie the Asian sensation, myself in the booth flying solo for the time being. And for those of you on your end, let us know how the audio is going. Table mic's up enough, my volume loud enough. Oh, one of the things I forgot to go over in the live stream was even if you're not here for your blinds, we automatically post you rather than, you know, putting you back in. It's just hard to keep it going, so we just automatically post. Jacob with ace king offsuit in the cutoff, gonna make it 15. Everybody folds. No action. Big pot, $3. Picking up the lines. Oh, and I totally forgot. They are playing the 7 deuce game. How's that for the audio mic, for the table mic? Sorry, I thought we made some adjustments to the table mic. I can hear it in the headphones. Can you hear the table now?
Strom folds, Robert folds. Matt raises to 20. Eric string calls.
Matt +2 gonna make it 20 with queens. Eric, both of Jacob gonna call with low pocket pairs.
Big fish folds, 3 players.
Looks like we're going 3 ways to this flop. 7 king deuce.
Matt checks. Eric fires 20.
Matt being sneaky here, maybe worried about the king. Eric's gonna barrel out.
40.
Jacob with the min raise on the flop, flopping middle set. Matt gonna fold. Eric gonna make the call. Both players having 2 pair now. Well, sorry, Eric with 2 pair. Jacob turning full house. Ooh, gonna check back the turn and gonna see if he can get Eric to bluff on the river. See if Eric's gonna bluff or he's gonna.
Jacob bets 30.
Small.
Eric calls.
Yeah, Eric actually sniffing it out, saying that if he would have bet bigger, he would have called. Small sizing for value. Oh, Poker Monkey, the bounty on the 7 deuce is $15 for all those participating. I think everybody is participating because we make it a rule. Well, I mean, if somebody comes in new, they're just gonna have they're gonna participate. They have to participate. But on a brand new table before the stream starts for a game like 7 deuce or some sort of bounty type hand, the whole table has to agree to play it. Poker Monkey in the chat cheering on Eric and Cup.
2 to do. Robert folds. Matt folds. Eric calls 2.
Uh-oh, doesn't look like the cards are showing up. Let me check something, the whole cards. I'm gonna let this hand go by.
William raises to 20.
Oh, there we go.
Frank
It looks like it's trying to show up.
Matt folds. Big fish folds.
I'm gonna have to get caught up with action real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that.
And Jacob folds. 3 players.
There were some lips, Blake raises in the cutoff, and then a bunch of people called. So it looks like we're going 4 ways to this flop.
Eric checks.
Eric gonna check with top pair.
Frank bets 40.
Frank gonna make it 40.
Eric calls 40.
Both players making the call after check 2.
William calls 3 players.
3 players to spot. $185 in this pot.
Eric checks. William checks.
Eric turning combo
Frank
draw.
bets to 75.
I'm gonna go all in for 270 something.
Eric gonna check raise the rest of his stack with top pair and club draw.
Top pair flush draw. Want to run it twice or once? Twice is good. Twice is good. Run it twice. 2 times.
2 times.
Frank gonna make the call very far behind. Gonna really need a deuce, 9 of hearts. Eric taking the first board.
Order got queens. Oh, I thought. Yeah.
Seven is going to play.
It's going to scoop, scoop.
Queen 7 is going to
Eric with the check raise on the turn. Going to double up here off of Frank on the button.
I didn't expect to win both of them.
Going to step out for the booth for just a second.
Oh, we're gonna have fun.
I know, right?
This is all in play.
I have to push it, you know? Unfortunately, you're not going to know the way he plays on the stream, even though he makes sure it all runs correct. That doesn't mean he will run all the scenes here and run all the systems.
We're gonna have a good time. If I get a card hard and 9-4, I'll play.
Eric never getting a chance to actually play, always running the booth with me running action tracker. So he's like, I kind of want to play. I was like, you know what? Somebody can run tracker and I can be in the booth, or vice versa. I can run tracker and somebody else can be in the booth. So I said, why don't you fire a bullet?
It's
2 to go. Matt folds, Eric folds, Jacob folds. Norm raises to 15.
Ty going to make it 15.
William
Jack
folds
10
15.
offsuit.
Frank folds.
Blake going to make the
Fish makes
call
60.
in the hijack with ace 10 offsuit. Ooh, Big Fish going to turn his hand into a semi-bluff with ace 10 offsuit. Knowing that he's blocking some strong holdings.
Calls. Heads up.
Both players have the same hand. Going to go into the flop with similar equities. About $140 in this pot.
First one. William checks.
Blake with a slight equity advantage with clubs.
Matt bets 85.
Matt going to size up pretty quick on the flop. 85 and about 140. 55, 60% pot. Every game needs a fish. Min win in the chat. If every game needed a fish, you would be here playing in this game. Hiya. 35 viewers in the chat. Thank you again for joining us this Monday evening.
Big Fish checks.
Both players going to check the turn on the 8 of hearts. 6 of clubs bringing in the front
Checks,
door.
Big Fish checks. 10s with an ace.
Hey, stay off my freeway, please.
Chop pot.
I was thinking you're moving in with the 7-2 at first. Or the 7-2 game.
Looking at my stack, I was like, should I just be pushing here on the turn?
I made that so you would push because you either gonna
probably
push. I
should.
thought you was either gonna foot push or fold. That's why I made that bet.
Probably should.
Here are chip counts. Frank down to 151. Has not opted to top off.
Did you tell?
Again, this past weekend had a really good time here at Poker House. Live streamed the final table, our new 300 deep stack tournament. $8,500 guarantee. Ended up being 12.5 for the total prize pool. Had 50 players in that tournament, or 50 entries in that tournament rather. The same amount of entries as the prior week, again with the increased portion of the new buying going to the prize pool. $500 more than the week before. Eric under the gun. Gonna make a move with 7 deuce.
17.
Gonna make it 17. Jacob +1. Gonna call King Jack offsuit.
Jacob calls. Norman folds. William folds. Frank folds.
Gonna be a lot of folds around.
Raj folds. Robert folds. And Matt Man calls.
Matt going around to the big blind. Gonna call with Jack 9 suited. 5 King.
Matt Man checks. Eric bets 25.
Jacob with trips now.
Jacob calls 25. Matt
Just gonna
folds.
call.
Heads up.
Eric drawing dead. Gonna have to put a lot of pressure on him.
Jacob bets 25.
Small sizing again. I think Eric's going to feel this one out and be suspicious of a prior hand from before. Eric looking at the camera because he knows it's on him.
Afterwards, you're like, wait, I'm not suited.
Lisa Sack in the chat saying, "Let's go, Frank." J Keys TV saying, "Let's go, Frank," or "Frank's got this." Rojo, who are you cheering for?
Yeah, I'd never heard of that.
Saw you earlier in the chat. Oh, Frank. Frank has a lot of viewers in this chat cheering him on. I'm in the booth again. Flying solo. It's warm back here.
Big Fish races to 40. Raj folds.
Big Fish 3-betting Queen Jack suited. Matt waking up with another premium out of the small blind. Probably going to cold 4-bet here to maybe 150.
Man makes it 100. Raise.
Slightly small sizing out of position to an open and 3-bet. Would have liked them to see him 4-bet a little higher. Again, probably going to, you know, unless his methodology is geared towards keeping some hands in his bluffs. You know. Gonna pick up another little pot here. Matt doing really well so far. Eric, the big winner so far, up about $240 after that win with the all-in versus Frank.
Suited? Okay.
Min cheering for Cup and Eric. J Keys TV saying hashtag Team Frank. Thank you for all the new viewers in the chat if you've never watched us before. And if you haven't watched this before, you're obviously watching on YouTube. Hit that like button and subscribe button as well.
Will folds. Frank folds.
Under the gun, Ty gonna make it 20.
Big Fish calls. Raj folds. Robert
Middle position, Big Fish gonna call with suited connectors. Oh, lost the cards there for a second. Gonna come back. Oh, Eric wanting to potentially make a move there, but decided not to after so many calls. 4 ways to this flop of 7-4, Queen 2 hearts. Big Fish with a flush draw,
Big Fish bets 40.
having the slight equity advantage over the players in this pot going into the flop. Matt gonna call with middle pair. Jacob and Ty, not with much. Good fold by Jacob there. Now, Ty does have the ace of hearts and an overcard.
40.
Slightly speculative call though with one heart holding. Oh, Big Fish with the flush.
Norman checks. Big Fish bets $1.05.
Gonna bet half pot with the flush draw. Gonna try to hopefully deny some equity against some higher one heart holdings.
Norman raises all in.
Gonna rip his stack with just the naked ace of hearts. Oh, wow. And Big Fish makes the fold. Ty making a move with only the naked ace of hearts. Yeah, when the call on the turn there, if a heart hits there.
So glad you clarified that.
Oh, it's 7 deuce offsuit. Okay. Ty making a big move there. Using the ace of hearts, knowing that he blocks the nut flush draw.
Well, no, it has nothing to do about lines. This is a discussion we had before the table.
Look for Big Fish there to probably top off to get to 500. Generally does that on the table when he's playing and on the live stream table as well. Again, Big Brian in the box. Craig running action tracker.
Frank raises to 15. Big Fish folds. Raj folds. Robert folds. Matt folds. Eric folds. Jacob calls 15. Norman calls 15. 3 players. Fumble. Cover. Jacob checks. Norman checks. Frank checks.
Queen high board, Badoogie board. Jacob flopping top. Now turns combo draw.
Norman calls.
Well, top pair with a flush draw as well.
Frank folds. Heads up now, gentlemen.
Ty gonna bet the king, the 10 on the turn. Still with the middle pair on the flop.
Jake bets 20. Norman calls 20. Queen to the king.
Jacob taking down this pot. Get on a 15-minute delay this evening. If cash isn't your thing, have our Monday $100 2K guarantee tournament going on right now. Registration open for another hour and a half. 16 players only so far. 16 entries so far. Current overlay, assuming we don't get to at least 22, 23, or 25 players to get to that guarantee. So just started level 2.
Frank folds. Big fish folds. Raj folds. Run folds. Matt folds. Eric folds. Jake calls. Norman calls. William checks. 3 players. Bottom of the day. Norman checks. Will checks. Jake bets him $5. Fold.
Ah, 6 way good.
Jacob taking down another pot.
Way good.
Oh, looks like I'm about to be joined in the box by Mr. Chris Tess. Gonna be now Asian Knight in the booth. Whoop, whoop. Go ahead and turn the mic, unmute the mic and turn your volume up. 40 viewers in the chat. It's warm back here, isn't it? Super warm back here.
Oh, first time I've ever played Jack 6.
It's your boy.
Big fish folds.
Not really your boy, somebody's boy. It's me, Chris. Joining Eddie in the booth for a little bit. Trying to see what he's up to. Mr. Asian Sensation.
Thank
at
you
his
very much,
finest.
sir. I'm trying to figure out what's going on
Frank
here.
loves Staffer, doesn't he?
Yeah, Eric gonna open on the hijack with A7.
Oh, flops nut flush draw.
Early position, open range.
Eric making fun of me.
Checker. Matt checks. Eric bets 30. Matt calls.
Matt calls with middle pair. Gutter to gutter to the straight draw. Turn ace to club, bringing in backdoor club draw. Now turning top pair.
Hey, Eric is just
Eric double barreling with pair of aces.
what the nut flush draw. Way ahead. Looks like he takes it down though.
Does Eric won a big pot early on when he had top pair against Frank, had a better kicker, and on the turn turned a club draw as well, and check rips his stack. Frank snap calls with queen deuce, run it twice, and got
Eric
the
gets
double
the
up from
points.
Frank. Yep. J-Key TV saying just subscribe. This is very thank you very much, J-Keys TV. Where are you commenting?
Where are you from?
Thank you.
Where are you watching us from?
Robert folds. Matt folds. Eric
Move this over.
Jake calls 2.
Asian Knight in the booth. Say hi, Chris.
Oh, I didn't know we had cameras.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm over here showing you guys the back of my head. Just got a little fresh
Big fish
cut
makes
yesterday.
22.
I know I have a bald spot at the top of my head, so I may need to go that way pretty soon.
What bald spot?
Yeah.
You can't see it.
Bro.
Don't let them know. They can't see it.
They
It
see
doesn't
it when I'm
exist.
playing on the stream. All right, let's get back to action.
Will folds. Frank folds.
Looks like there was some limps and goes back to the big blind. Big fish gonna make it 22. Tie in position, gonna call it Jack 8.
Big fish checks. Norman checks.
Would have liked seeing Big Fish there after raising out of position. Could have definitely represented that ace. 2 of hearts, bringing in backdoor heart draws. Check on the flop turn.
See why he gets the check mark here.
Fish checks. Number shows jacks. with an ace.
Check.
Yeah. Tie with jack. Gonna take down that pot. Oh yeah, for those of you that don't know, we have Crazy Pineapple twice a week here at Poker House. Sunday evening, $180 buy-in, $50 bounty for all those players getting knocked out. Tomorrow is our 125, 130 buy-in. We will be streaming.
I believe it's just I believe it's 130.
130. We'll be streaming that final table. It was a very popular tournament last week. Looking to pick up some players for that.
And they've been growing in popularity too. The field's been growing every single tournament. Matt wake up 10 jack suited.
Matt makes it 15. Eric folds.
Bumps it up.
Fold.
Eric's gonna let it go. Jacob says no thank you.
Will I am raised
Blake
50.
wakes up with a hand, ace queen.
Big fish calls 50.
Definite hand that you could 3-bet with of the offsuit variety.
Yes, indeedy. And Big Fish wakes up with a pair. Couple hockey sticks.
Raj folds.
Now, ace queen offsuit is a hand you definitely could 3-bet. 3-bet the offsuit variety, definitely 3-betting. Ace queen suited in cash, definitely 3-betting. Now in tournament, when stack depths get increase or stack depths decrease, you can flat in late position to an early position open in tournaments, but in cash, so pretty much a mandatory 3-bet.
When Matt gets the gutter ball to the straight draw.
William bet 60.
Big Fish still in the lead with pocket sevens.
Blake gonna bet about 40% pot king high board, gonna represent a hand like ace king, king queen.
Big fish folds. Matt folds.
Aggression with a C bet
There he goes.
on a king high board, gonna get both players to fold.
Nice and easy.
I couldn't do that.
Look pretty
I just wouldn't know. It looks good to me, but if that was in my closet, like separated, I wouldn't know to put it together correctly. I got married in it.
Really?
Had a little help from this.
So I don't know where everyone else is from, but you see the weather out here in Dallas being
It's
in the
warm.
mid-70s? It is hot. I bought new sweaters for the wintertime. I can't even wear them anymore.
You know what's funny? You're talking about that. So I haven't done laundry in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Back to summer clothes.
So the only clean clothes that I have, I'm wearing, and I dropped it off.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean I'm wearing sweats and a long sleeve, and it's warm.
Oh man, I feel overdressed. Oh, the weather.
Straddle in this hand, some limps there under the gun. Straddle. Matt gonna raise 32 with ace queen offsuit. Jacob, after limping pocket sevens in early position, gonna limp call.
It's almost similar hands to the last hand. Let's see if the flop kind of dictates the action here a little bit more.
Both Blake and Frank overcalling in the hijack and a cutoff respectively. King high board, 2 spades. Jacob still with the best of it with pocket sevens.
That's like deja vu.
Will checks. Frank checks around.
And on boards like this, being out of position, Matt exercising some pot control with ace queen. Could have seen bet small there.
Blake turns the straight, the open ender.
Jacob with a gutter also to a straight.
Will calls 15. 75.
Frank with no equity in this hand, turning his ace high into a bluff.
Raises a 75. I respect it.
Now, based off action here, after limp calling a raise from Matt, who was out of position, Frank can have a lot of 2-pair combos, king 9, some 6-5s. Could be already there with the straight 7-8. Obviously, Jacob double blocking straights. Has some of the sets as well, like pocket 6s, pocket 5s, representing a hand like that. Interesting hand to bluff with. as he doesn't have any relevant blockers to the board texture. But simple aggression on this hand.
I think Blake might actually make the call here.
No, I don't think if there was a heart, another heart on the flop or something, or a heart, the turn brings a heart, he just doesn't have enough equity to continue on this board.
You're right.
And makes the fold, makes the correct fold. Frank using aggression on the hand again.
Man.
A pretty non-standard theory base raise in that scenario there.
Is this the bet I win game?
Yeah. So Frank picking up some chips again after falling a little short near the $450 mark after losing a good portion of his stack to Eric early on. Eric going to straddle under the gun for 5. Now, some of our rules here on the main floor, we allow button straddle or under the gun. Button gets priority. On this table, we do not allow. Ooh, tie making up with pocket aces +2.
Jacob fold. Damn, that's sinister.
25. Pretty big sizing for pocket aces in early position. Now, I'll talk about sizing at the 1-2 level.
That's always the trick.
Yeah, so
Especially being in Dallas, you know.
being in Texas, not even just Dallas.
Yeah, just the way it plays is so different.
Raj on the button, going to try to set mine with pocket 3s. Cup in the small blind now. Turn to an early position open. Oh.
Is he going to 3-bet here?
He's going to 3-bet. That's actually a very good hand to 3-bet.
Robert raises to 85.
3-bet bluff with.
I like it. I like the play.
Now, doesn't know that he's running into with pocket aces. Let's see if Ty is going to probably come in with the cold 4-bet, especially after Raj cold calls on the button with pocket 3s.
Oh, this is a lot different from what we were thinking was going to play out.
Going to make it 205. A little slightly small sizing there.
He's just trying to price them in.
Yeah.
Get to a flop. Hopefully they catch up.
And then here's the thing. At this level, right, stack sizes aren't very deep. So pretty much going to have, you know, if Cup calls here, right, he's going to have about $300 left, give or take.
There he goes.
Going to set up a stack to pot ratio pot of like 0.8 going to the flop.
It's a good pot to win without even having to see the board.
Well played by both Cup. Actually, by all 3 players. You know, early position open could be opening with Ace King, you know, and like Ace King, Ace Queen offsuit, maybe some lower pocket pairs. Jack 10 suited is a good candidate. One of those hands that can definitely 3-bet bluff with, especially if you're going to play it out of position. You know, good candidate to 3-bet bluff with pre-flop. Both players folding there. Ty picking up some chips. Yeah, and I've made that comment already that the players here, if you miss your blinds, auto post from a software perspective. Nearly 50 viewers in this chat.
They fold around Big Fish.
See what Big Fish has. Jack 9 off.
Raj folds.
Raises it up.
Yeah, it's an okay hand to open when it folds to you in late position.
Open up the range a little bit.
Yeah.
King 10.
Now, King 10 is a good hand that you could 3-bet
Oh, look at
to a
this
late
flop.
position open,
Jack,
especially
Jack 6.
with a player like Big Fish. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
turning quads.
Is that how you did it?
Yeah. See if Eric's going to bluff. Both players check the turn.
Fish bets 20.
Half pot here. Eric with nothing going to fold.
He
Shows
does show
quads.
it.
That's how you win one.
Oh, we're missing some chat stuff.
I was wondering why it got kind of quiet up here. Do we need a refresh?
So
the chat?
I need, we go ahead and refresh the chat. Sorry, I've missed some comments. Been having issues with our Streamlabs OBS system in terms of the multi-stream chat. So THS something saturate. The answer to your question is yes. Anybody can play in this. This is a game that's open to anybody. Look, there was a lady that was actually playing when I was playing before the stream from Florida, and if she wasn't leaving to go back home, she was going to try to jump in the live stream. So yes, this is a stream that anybody's Yeah, and then Pokemon says define anybody. 12-year-olds can't. People with no money can't. And then the Saturate says, what if the 12-year-old has a fake ID and borrows money from dad? Poker Monkey says, then it's okay.
Will fold. Frank fold.
Hold on. Mrs. Scallywags tuning in from Arlington.
Right around the corner. Saturated. Haven't been to Poker House yet. This is always a great time to come by and see us.
I am.
Be happy to show you the room.
Sorry, I'm not actually paying attention to action. Give me a second.
No, go for
I'll
it.
go back.
For it.
Chris kind of go over the dynamics, do some analysis on this hand. 4 ways to this flop. 9 deuce 5 Badoogie rainbow board. Matt with the best hand with pocket 7s.
Well, those things are cheap. They've been going around. Cup has 2 overs.
I'm assuming that
Big fish calls.
I didn't see the pre-flop action, so folds around to or checks around the Matt on the button. Going to bet 25 in the pot, about 60, just under half pot. Everybody calls. Everybody calls. 8 of clubs. Big fish with the best hand had a gutter to a straight. Eric still a pair of 5s. Cup with overs. Matt with 7s. Good check back by Matt there. Knowing this is a board that hits everybody's range in Texas. In Texas.
I was gonna say this
2
board
players
is
with 2
small.
pair. Big fish with the best 2 pair combo. Matt with 7s. Big. Oh no, not big. 60 into 162. 40% pot. Could get a crying call from Matt on the button.
Matt folds.
Matt gonna fold there. Eric gonna make the
He's
call
gonna
from
see.
the small blind. Big fish picking up chips, putting his. Eric announcing to the table. Oh, here are VPIP stats. Matt, Jacob, Eric, Ty, 55, 50, 40, 40% respectively. Those, I know we have some, I think there's some non-poker players in the chat, so I'll explain what VPIP stands for. VPIP stands for voluntarily put in pot. So as you can tell, every hand, there's a small blind and a big blind. Those players are automatically forced to put money in before cards are even dealt. The remaining 7 players on this table that are not in the small blind, big blind respectively, have the option, once cards are dealt, to put chips in the pot. That's what the voluntarily put in pot is. So, you know, the first player to act after the big blind, if they put in, that goes towards their VPIP percentages. It's expressed in a percentage standpoint. So the higher your VPIP is, the more hands you're playing. So basically, whoever it was that was playing had the highest, you know, playing half of the hands. Blake under the gun, gonna make it 20 with King Queen offsuit. Matt in the cutoff, gonna call with Ace 9 offsuit. Blake top pair, 2 pair, pair 4s.
That's 25. Matt folds.
Slightly over half pot. Michelle, I can get you a seat. 1-2. You want 1-2? Haven't seen you in a while, man. How are the wife and kids? Or kid? 1 kid, 2 kids? Dude, you're always welcome to play a stream. If you want to play 2-5, 2-5, we've been playing 2-5 match the stack on Friday.
I am not seeing what you see on the chat.
Oh, you're not seeing the chat? Maybe because your phone sucks.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There? No, at the bottom, right there. At the bottom.
It just now popped up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what a delay.
I hear him on the commentator.
Did you run your updates? Yeah, I don't know why it's not. That's one thing we got to figure out with Streamlabs. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, just, you know, temperamental.
Let's see here. Blake gonna make it 34. Okay, there were some folds around, some calls. Blake gonna squeeze out of the big blind with ace-8 suited. Jacob gonna defend with queen-9 of hearts, queen-9 of spades as well. Both players having clubs covered.
Bets 35.
Good sizing, c-bet there, representing a hand like ace, king, king, queen.
I didn't get to see the pre-flop bet.
Yeah. Jacob gonna probably peel one street. See if he can drill his gutter. Being in position. So there was a bunch of folds and then a limp from the small, a limp from the button and the small blind, and then Blake raised it, and then Jacob defended on the button with queen-9 of clubs.
Gotcha. I mean, he turns the better pair. Or he turns up pair in general.
Winning bets 80.
Blake in a double barrel.
He's trying to tell that story.
Definitely representing a hand like ace-king. King-queen, king-jack.
King
Again,
jack, yep.
Jacob blocks king-queen combos. Turns a pair.
Good enough. You believe
They're
the
Blake
story?
double barrels there. Saturate, no, your wife would not be able to hang out at the table while you play.
Only because it's the live stream
Yeah, it's
table.
live.
If you were to play a regular table, she can hang
Oh,
out.
shoot, we're still, I need to turn off the webcam. I didn't realize the webcam was still on.
Oh.
Yeah, she can sit on the outer, like you'll see it fold around to the 4, 5, and 6 seat in a second. And she can sit right outside the quote unquote rail, but she can't sit behind. Well, if you happen to draw the 4, 5, 6 seat, she could theoretically sit close to you. But she can't sit like right next to
you
you
see
behind
where
you.
the walkway is, right behind him on the white. So she can essentially be behind that rope, but not any further than that.
She can't actually be on the live stream floor.
Correct. But on a regular table, she can sit right behind
sure,
you,
100%.
right next to you. No problems.
Big fish checks.
But we also have a lot of comfortable seating if she doesn't really play. We have an outdoor patio with couches and TVs out there. We can, you know, switch the TV channel to pretty much whatever she wants. We have lounges inside the room. We have a bar she can sit at and hang out. We have private rooms for private tables. If there's nobody in there, she can go there for some peace and quiet. We have people that do that all the time. So there's a lot of options for people that don't play as well. We also have the occasional people that come and play dominoes or whatever
I think that's what they call it.
over at the lounge area. So lots of other options.
What I was hoping somebody would say is yes, absolutely. So I put all my free play on. So
You know, Cub wakes up with Queen 10 suited.
money line.
Gonna make it 10. Little small sizing for 1-2 now.
For Texas.
For
one.
Texas 1-2, that's correct.
We were talking
Now,
about the sizing.
yeah,
Anywhere else, 10 is usually pretty standard.
yeah. You know, here open position with 3x-ish.
You know, 5 ways to the flop.
All diamonds tie with a stranglehold on this flop, flopping the second nut flush.
Kamara's playing though. I checked on that first. Like, I'm pretty much
That's a
hoping they
quarter.
just run the ball.
Eric gonna bet half pot here.
Oh man, if you're
So a
tired,
monotone
you are
board
loving it.
with just a gutter.
Yeah, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
betting
call
against
25.
I learned that it was monochrome.
Whatever, I'm still saying monotone.
I know, I'm so used to it too.
Yeah.
I keep getting corrected.
Let's see what happens on the turn.
for value.
There is value there. 185.
6 of clubs.
75 checks. So
Well, he no longer had
Saints have
his second nut flush draw kind of dropped down a tick here with a paired board, but
Good sizing for value. Maybe hoping to get, you know, a hand with like top pair. You know. Again, with having flopping the flush with a king high doesn't need a ton of protection. Now the turn brings in a paired board. Edward Rocker saying, "Let's go, Frank the Tank." Seat 7, a lot of Frank viewers in the chat.
Not a problem to saturate. Happy to answer any questions that you guys have about the
Somebody's
club.
liking the stream, and I can't see. I think Eric accidentally turned off that feature.
What's that?
When you hear that little ding, that means someone's liked the stream or
That's right.
liked the stream, shared the stream.
Matt folds.
That is right.
Eric gonna limp with 8-7 offsuit. Gonna see some limps around.
Raises to 15.
Blake gonna make it 15 with a suited connector.
40. Big fish
Frank
folds.
3-bets ace queen here off.
Folds. Eric folds.
Would like to see him use a bigger sizing on his 3-bet.
Goes heads up. He did isolate.
All right, so Frank with a gutter to Broadway. Blake, interesting check back by Frank there. After 3-betting, has a lot of ace, king, king, queen type hands.
Yeah, and then Blake over here turns the open ender.
Frank bets 35.
Frank's
Frank gonna
been
bet-
telling you a story with this.
Yeah, about 40% pot. Blake turning open ender, king of diamonds. Blake with the best hand.
That king's gonna hurt his story a little bit here. Hard to represent ace, king, king, queen,
Yeah.
king, jack.
I think if he double barrels flop and turn would get. Oh no, the turn bring open ender.
Yeah. Makes it
Grant
tough.
Music saying Frank FTW. Definitely know what that means. Can't say it in the chat.
TY still sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Matt drops down a tick to 339. Still an all-in from him. Can do some damage to anyone at the table. Still has a sizable stack.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main staple game here at Poker House Dallas. A 1-2-500 cap.
Matt folds. Eric folds.
Last week, this game we actually raised the cap to K.
Right.
Yeah. So again, I was telling viewers in the chat that
Will folds. Frank
sometimes we change the rules. Some of the, we have some standard rules out on the floor that we abide by every day at those respective stakes. But we make some, make it a little bit.
A little bit more interesting. We'll bend a little bit for the live stream as long as everyone agrees. It's kind of the same thing out on the main floor. I mean, if everyone agrees to play 2-5 from a 1-2, we don't mind. We'll change the game up.
No,
But as far as uncapping or changing the cap of a game, we don't do that on the main table. They're designed for that stakes for a reason, to help protect a lot of the other players and things like that and protect the integrity of the game.
No, great. A bigger 3-bet wouldn't have scared him, but if you're going to 3-bet in position, I'll go over slight strategy. Not going to get too much into strategy because I don't want to give my strategy away.
Yeah, like don't give your
Yeah, I don't want to give my strategy away.
Norman bets 21.
21 half pot.
Raj folds.
Maybe trying to get a hand like with a 7 to call. So in position, you want to try to build the pot as big as you want. Out of position, you want to exercise a lot of pot control. And so could have 3-bet. Usually in Texas, your 3-bet size in position is usually like 3x, anywhere from 3x to 4x in Texas. Now, from a theory-based perspective, it's usually 3. There's Texas theory and then there's a game theory, non-Texas.
Yeah,
Right.
and they're so different. It's just funny to me.
In position, if I'm in position, I 3-bet. I like to 3-bet a little bigger for value and to potential punish a lot of these callers that limp in. Out of position, I'll still 3-bet to, depending on player where I'm at position-wise, action at the table, whatnot. Oh,
Matt raises to 20.
That's gonna play it blind. Doesn't even know he wakes up with a good hand, I guess.
Calls.
have the best hand.
But just strategy, just strategy and perspective. You want to? Oh wow. Eric with a gutter, flopping middle pair. Matt with the nut flush draw, action board.
Matt bets 30.
75% pot.
If he really hasn't looked, this is gonna. I think it's gonna get a little.
I think he's
spicy.
looked.
He said he hasn't. I don't
No,
know
I
if
think
that's true or
he
not.
didn't look pre-flop.
Back to you.
What, you think he looked after the flop?
Matt bets
Yeah.
35.
Oh, you just suck.
Oh, those cards look like they haven't moved. It's hard to tell.
Eric calls 35.
But I'd like to see Matt.
Matt
The-
checks. Eric checks.
7 to 8 or 9.
Yeah, so you know, on this particular hand, Matt still has a lot of equity in the hand. He still has an overcard, drawn to the nut flush. Had an 8, so he actually had a straight draw as well. Could have sized up on the turn there, maybe 60-70% pot to deny some equity, to deny additional equity from Eric.
That's why I was thinking. I don't think he might have looked because I think he would have bet a lot different. I think he was just trying to name his price,
Yeah.
get there cheap. So I really think he might have played that one blind.
No, I don't think he played it post-flop blind. Pre-flop, he said he didn't look, but I think when he called, I think it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pre-flop, I've called blind. Like I'm walking back from the restroom and they're like,
for
"Oh, you're
sure.
out." I'm like, "I'll call in the dark." All right, raise the 20 in the dark.
5, 10, 15, 20 bucks.
I was like, "I'll call anything up to $20."
Yeah, your standard Texas sizing. Pre-flop opens.
Will folds. Frank makes it 20.
Lower down the table, Mike, just a tad. Middle position. Frank gonna open ace queen offsuit. Gonna take down the pot.
Easy enough.
Jacob tried to limp in with queen 10 offsuit as it folded back around him. Just gonna let it go. A Heath is saying, "Let's go, big fish." Big fish, nearly $600 in his stack right now. So I'm going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, buy-in, Grant. So this is our main game here. I said that on the floor. Max buy-in is 500. Minimum you can buy in is 20% of the max buy-in. So in this scenario, $100, right? On our 2-5 game, again, our usual 2-5 game here in the room is 3K cap, 600 minimum. This past Friday, we ran a 2-5 live stream, and it was a match to stack. So
Big fish raises 25. Raj folds. Robert calls 25. Matt folds. Matt folds. Jacob calls.
3 players to this flop.
Look at all these ace raggedy holdings. I like Big Fish's hand.
Yeah, when it's full seeing the cutoff, you can open up a little lighter with a hand like ace 10 offsuit. Board's going to check around with a king hitting the flop. 10 of the clubs brings in backdoor club draw, backdoor Broadway draw. No one with the actual Broadway draw. Cup with the best hand with ace 10.
Big fish checks.
7 of diamonds doesn't change the board texture at all. Gonna go check. Cup with enough showdown value. Both players have enough showdown value where they don't need to bet river. Both have 10s. A cup having ace kicker out pipping big fish. Aggression frequency percentages. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So big fish 44%, Eric 40%. All the way down to Raj in the 9th, in the 1 seat. Hasn't played too many hands since sitting down on the stream.
He came a little late too, didn't he?
Like 5 minutes after.
Oh, okay.
So we had 8 players to start the stream, and I thought that 1 seat was going to be filled, and it wasn't. So I called the next player on the list, and he wasn't here. Gave him like
Gotcha.
30 seconds to claim his seat, and then called, I think, Raj's name on the chat on Poker Atlas. It was SRI or something like that, and so he raised his hand. I said, "You're in, Bubba." This is the stream I got killed in last week.
I don't want to talk about it.
Bro, it was gross, but it happened, and I was not happy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I felt it, and I felt bad.
It happens. I usually, okay, so poker players, when you run bad, at least for me, I just need 30 minutes to decompress, and after that, I'm like, let's go to IHOP, let's go to Waffle House.
Yeah, I try to give you your space for a little bit, and I was like,
It was a rough stream, but I got it. I got some of it back this week in 2-5 and mixed games. So
yeah, I saw you in the mixed game streets. Yeah. I didn't even know you played mixed games.
Love the mixed games. I actually think I'm better at mixed games than I am
You seem
regular.
more consistent. It seems you're a little bit more comfortable over there, which I like to see.
3-spade board on the turn. King, queen, 4 paired board. Let's see who has the best. Big fish with a queen has the best hand. 3 of diamonds doesn't change the board texture in any way. It's going to check around. Big fish going to take teeny tiny pot. $41. Pick up 30 bucks in this hand.
Yeah, for 4 ways to the flop.
Yeah, they're talking about paired board, flush draw getting there.
Just missing everybody.
And a multi-way pot in Texas. Everybody, a lot. So here's the thing, right? In 1-2 in Texas, a lot of players have uncapped uncapped ranges. So it's very,
everyone's just sticky too.
yeah, and a lot of times, even if you have a pretty decent holding out of position, you want to do a lot of check calling.
I want to make sure, because I don't want to get in trouble in the middle of the game. I know where you go with this. They call it floor where you just say, I'm in the middle of a big hand.
Hold on, let Eric tell the story.
Pay for my drink. Yep. I'm in the middle of a big hand. Yeah, that's no problem. I can tip her. Yep. He goes,
So bad.
Frank folds. He goes, he gave all the money to the waitress and then he called because he still wanted this pot, but if he was wrong, he doesn't want him to get all this. So the waitress gets a
Folds,
five.
Raj folds.
That's dirty.
That is bad.
Oh, I got to tell you a funny story that I heard about Nick Schulman and Phil Ivey from a year. It happened a year ago. I heard the story this summer when I was in Vegas for WSOP for 2 months. After this hand, oh, what's going on with the?
Yeah, kind of.
Never seen that happen before.
There it goes.
All right, so Nick Schulman, you know, he's a commentator, plays some of the high stakes poker tournaments. Everybody knows who Phil Ivey is. Whatever, right? Nick Schulman's getting a massage at the table. Okay. And Nick Schulman asked Phil Ivey, "Hey, can I borrow some money to pay the massage?" And I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know how much the massage was. Like, Phil Ivey threw her like a 1K chip or a 5K chip. Yeah.
Shoot.
And he's like, "Here, keep the change. This is your tip." And make Nick Schulman buy pay him back. Whatever. I don't remember what the chip was, but
That's awesome.
That's such a gangster move.
That's hilarious.
Heard also another funny story, because you know a lot of these players will stack their chips in hundreds. You know, like
Right. The
stack of
20
reds is 100, stack of greens is 500, stack of black 2K, right?
Right.
Oh, Matt here +3. Gonna make it 20 with ace queen suited. Gonna get a lot of folds around 2. Big fish in the straddle. King deuce offsuit gonna make the fold. Matt picking up the small, big, and straddle. So here are cumulative winnings. Ty and Eric up. Big fish, Matt and Frank down. Frank so far the biggest loser. Still has plenty of time to make it up. Again, this stream is going to go from 6:30 to 10 p.m. 3.5 hour stream. Yeah, lots of poker left. Did you watch any of the stream last night?
I didn't get to last night, actually.
It was nuts. I'll tell you about a couple of hands. So going back to the Phil Ivey story. You know, a lot of players stack their chips in 100, respectively, whatever it is. Oh, Raj finally waking up with a hand under the gun.
See how big he tries to make it.
15. Doesn't look like there's a straddle on. I wonder if the players are going to be cognizant of Raj not playing any hands, finally opening up from under the gun. That's a really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your VPIP was very, very, very small and haven't been playing, and then you open up under the gun.
And everyone knows it too, so.
And Frank going to call out a small 7-6 suited.
Oh, he knows
Perfectly.
if he knows if he hits his board, which he spikes his board.
Smashes the board.
You know he's going to be good against him.
Now, in a pot this small, you can either check back or bet small, being in position. Again, small pot, half pot, which is fine.
Frank calls.
Gonna just smooth call here.
Don't want to scare him away yet.
Yeah, not yet. Four of hearts doesn't change anything about the board texture. Frank gonna check back. See if Raj is gonna double barrel. Maybe try to deny some equity against single spade holdings. That's 2/3 pot 40 and 62. Now here's the thing. You can take two lines here. You can check raise here. Obviously it's gonna mean you're really strong. Or you can just call, but you don't want a card on the river to kill your action. Okay, so he's just gonna call here. Either plays fine.
Just going to gamble a little bit.
Yeah, 7 of clubs.
Himself.
See if he's gonna lead out here.
I think so. I think he wants to get as much value as he can.
Yeah, you're gonna want to bet small.
Try to
Ooh.
bluff.
Really big sizing. Over bets pot 155. Interesting sizing. I don't know if that's the right sizing. I'd actually have to check PO Solver to see if that's correct sizing. He could be representing a hand like a naked, you know, King Jack.
Weird spot. 'Cause he was-
Yeah, it's a King Jack with a King of Spade, or with a King of Spades, like a naked spade holding here. Again with Raj double bearing flop turn, definitely putting him on. Definitely putting on an ace at minimum. I'd have to check the solver on that. It's interesting sizing on the river there. You know, if he bets small, like third pot, he is unblocking. No, he's.
I like it because I mean, it just leans one of two ways. It's either a bluff
Or you're nutted.
or you're nutted. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Now-
and with him double bearing him and Frank just flatting. I mean,
I'm turning the table like talking.
yeah. Raj trying to talk it out, saying, "Why would you bluff into me? Haven't played too many hands."
I agree with that, and that's why I would have liked to seen a smaller sizing. If it's a player like Eric or maybe Ty or Blake, who have been playing a ton of hands, right?
Sure.
You could use a bigger sizing, but for a guy that hasn't been. Now, with that being said,
It's so weird that it might just be crazy enough to where it works.
I mean, Raj, you just have a bluff catcher. Frank taking a very strong line here.
It's essentially
Check
the best
calling flop,
bluff
check
catcher.
calling turn, and leading the river over betting pot. Putting Raj in the. They're going to make the fold.
Makes the right
Good
call.
fold. Again, you know, I'd have to check. So here's the thing. I was doing some studying today before I played for a little
Oh,
bit.
it shows him the 7 of spades too.
So doing a little bit of studying, talking about the PO solver and inputting hands and discussing ranges of opponents, talking about node locking player opponents, villains, tendencies, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't want to yell anything playing against me. But surprising with the overbet on the river there. If you bet like, you know, 1/3 pot, 40% pot, probably could have got a call there. Again, he has been the type, you know, if you're making that bet against.
It's kind of a crying, please call me
Yeah,
when you bet
well,
that sizing too.
It's not really a cry because it's like, yeah, he's talking about it's crazy how that played out against Eric or maybe, I mean,
Just about anybody else on the table, to be honest.
Ty or Blake there. Could have used a bigger sizing.
Realizes it's suited after he puts it out there. and says,
Believe me, I wanted to call so bad. Like, I was like, I don't want to fold this fucking hand right now.
Yeah. What's the background noise? Do you hear it? Sounds like somebody's phone.
Well, it's a car alarm.
3 ways to this flop.
Oh, yeah, car alarm, phone.
Raj open-ended.
ringtone?
Eric Flopping gutter, backdoor spades, middle pair. Matt going to see bet his entire range here. +1. Not a very good board for him, opening under the gun +1.
You think Roger's kind of playing this hand fuming? I see him fold better hands.
No, I think he's just confused.
I think he's just kind of annoyed.
Queen of spades bringing a combo draw for Eric now. Still has the best hand. Where is that coming from? Oh, it's from you. Turn on your phone.
Oh, I thought I
Yeah.
lowered it down.
I'm not a big fan of this bet by Matt on the turn. When two players call here on this turn with not any equity other than a gutter ball. Now, if it's a queen of diamonds that comes on there, then you can definitely double barrel with additional equity. Being out of position to Eric. Could have check called this. Could have check called the turn here. Now, even if he checks here, then Eric would have bet his combo draw.
I think Matt's just Hollywood in here. I think he's just going to let it go.
Only has 150 left in the stack. He's pretty much committing his whole stack.
Yeah.
I like the raise by Eric there with turning in the combo draw. Would have liked to see Matt check back that turn in a multi-way pot.
All right. Eddie had to step out for a moment. Just real quick. Looks like we got a new dealer stepping in. Butch into the box. So I was noticing we have a lot of new people in the chat. So if you guys want to play these games, all you got to do, come up to the club, put your name on the list. We have a separate live stream 1-2 list or 2-5, whatever we might be running that day. And then when we start the live stream, usually around 6 o'clock, we'll call the first 9 names and just go from the list from there. So other than the exception on the Sunday night game for Next Gen, yeah, that's how you get on the list. They take their list from a different pool, but as a regular one, excluding Sunday night, you just hop on a list on Poker Atlas and jump on the game. It's as simple as that. Put the table volume back up a little bit. We were hearing a lot of extra noise a second ago. We were getting that fixed. Raj wakes up with a hand, pocket kings. Is he just gonna flat here? Looks like he is. Heads up with Blake with 9-6 suited. He flops top pair too. And Roger's gonna like this. I think Blake's gonna lead the way. And he does. This board is very uncoordinated. He just calls here. Jack of hearts. No help to nobody, but it does put an overcard to Blake's formerly top pair. And then look at there. Blake on the river. Hitting his 2 pair. I think Roger's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Bet 40.
40's a bet from Raj. I mean, the backdoor flush does get there, along with the backdoor the straight draw, but I feel like Blake's got to think he's good. He's gonna put in a raise, surely.
Raise to 140.
There it is. Raises it up to 140. And he's Rod Snap calls there. It's going to get the bad news. Does get the bad news. Blake's going to take that down with 2 pair.
140. My sister that watches? No. There's a lot of people. Like this Judy. Judy's from California. She lives in California. Okay.
I was like, Matt still sitting at 149, 150 area. Getting a little low in his chip stack. But I'm not really familiar with Matt, so I'm not sure how he plays. He might be comfortable with a smaller chip stack. Roger trying to get a little information from the previous hand.
5 is a fold. 6 fold. 7 fold.
So far, it's just blind versus blind. Frank wakes up with a hand, ace, king, offsuit, big fish, 10 jack, suited, Asian aces.
C2 fold. C3 fold. My straddle fold.
He called the 40 bucks. It's gonna fold all the way around. It's gonna be heads up. Frank versus big fish. This board is rough. Didn't hit anybody. Does give overcards on both sides though. And big fish is gonna go ahead and lead for another 40. Frank's gonna call here. Makes it pretty easy to call. But big fish is kind of a wild card. It's kind of hard to put him on a lot of hands, so he is known to open his range up a little bit.
Bet 100.
He's gonna tell the story here. He's gonna bet 100. And this board is gonna be a better range for him as a caller than the pre-flop better. And he hits on the river. Check, check. Shows his 10 jack. It's gonna be good. Big fish takes it down.
Straddle is on.
Got the straddle to 5. It's gonna be $5 to come in. I hear the sound of someone liking or sharing the stream, but it doesn't say who it is. So I do apologize. I didn't get to give you the shout out, but thank you very, very much for liking, sharing, supporting the stream. Let your friends know. You know, let's get this channel growing so we can actually get more giveaways, more things like that, and get everyone more involved. Uh-oh. One time he gets aces. It's always a story, isn't it? Hey, he said, let's go, baby. River Rat strikes. You're never wrong. As a poker player, we've all been there. We've all caught up on the river, and, you know, you live or die by the river. Look at there, Blake wakes up with a hand, ace, queen, Frank with king, jack. Blake's gonna go ahead and let it raise. What does he raise it to? Raises a 35. Sounds like got a little friendly pool competition coming up on the tabletop. Eric's gonna make the call for the 35 with 9-10 off. TY with the closing action lets it go. Looks like it's gonna be heads up to the flop. Another 9 high board. Eric's going to hit top pair here. Blake with 2 overs. And he turns 2 pair. Look at this. Bringing in another backdoor flush draw. He's going to lead out for 40. Looks like Blake's going to make the call. Not believing in what he's saying or what he's trying to tell. Still with 2 overs. Just like that, Eric gets the check mark with his 2 pair. He announces 2 pair. Blake gets the bad news. And Eric takes down another one. If you guys are just, tuning in your car, driving by Poker House and want to play a tournament, we have our $100 tournament, 2K guarantee going on right now. Still 38 minutes left in registration. We hit the guarantee, but the field is thinning out quick. There's only 12 players left, and the registration is still open with a 2K guarantee. The blinds are currently 488. So if you are looking to get into the tournament for the Monday night, this is the time. Uh-oh. Double straddle thing. We should do it. Should straddle all the way around the table. See what happens. Frank raises 15 with ace-9. Big Fish wakes up with 2 nickels. Makes the call. Looks like it's going to go to heads up. Oh, not quite yet. Jacob wakes up with king-queen. Does makes the call. He flops an open-ender, but Frank with the nut flush draw. And then Big Fish here with bottom set. Everybody gets a piece of this. Might have a pretty decent-sized pot going. He bet. Frank bets, and Big Fish is going to 3-bet here, or put a 3x sizing. Raises it to 60. Now let's figure out what Jacob wants to do. Well, he lets it go. He doesn't trust it. He probably makes the right laydown. Well, it sounds like Frank makes the call. We're going heads up to the turn. No help to either of them. Big Fish still in the lead with bottom set. Frank still looking for that flush draw to catch back up. Asian Sensation coming back in the booth, coming to hang out.
That's 100.
So Frank let out pre-flop. Big Fish just flats. And then same thing on the turn, so get you caught up real quick. Pretty much Frank's been moving away.
Jack of diamonds pairing the board. Full house for Big Fish. Fives full.
Trouble.
It'll be a snap call. Probably the worst diamond in the deck.
Yep.
Outside of the 7 of diamonds getting there. Frank rivering the nut flush, but Big Fish rivering a full house. Fives full of jacks for him.
That hurts.
Big Fish, they're going to put his chip count up to 1,000. We'll be getting you the chip count here. There, that's a VPIP percentages.
300.
Frank gonna reload the barrel for 300. Again, the max buy-in on this table, 500. After this VPIP stat goes away, we'll show you the chip count, Ralph. Here are our stacks. Now, this doesn't account for, that's a chip stank right there. Okay, he did that account for it. So it does factor it. Frank's $300, Matt down to 146. Big Fish, Eric, Ty, the big winners so far on this stream.
The top 3 are real close together, too.
Yeah. Hand 39. A little over an hour and a half in the stream so far.
Nobody like what they're seeing, I see. Leave it to Eric. Come on in.
Thatcher Thornberry in the chat saying Matt just getting started.
He's been running pretty good.
Eric on the button gonna make it 15 with the King 3 offsuit. Flops top pair. Jacob with the flush draw. Check, bet, snap call.
Eric bets 20, calls 20. We're head up.
See what develops here on the turn. No help to neither of them.
About 40% pot. Check from Jacob. Gonna check call again here. Drawn to the second nut flush. 5 of hearts bringing in a more connected board, some straight draws. Has a lot of sevens in the range. Definitely has a lot of diamonds in his range. Queen of spades now has showdown value. Queen.
Let's check.
Jacob riverring the queen, not having to try to bluff on the river. River's enough showdown value to take his hand to showdown. Eric checking back the weak king on the river.
Essentially saves him some money.
Yeah. Wasn't a card that really changed too much.
For a moment there, I
Yeah.
thought you were drinking a Capri Sun.
If I had a Capri Sun, I'd be drinking it like a kid.
I was a little jealous. It's like, man, those things are good. It's the last time I even had a Capri Sun.
A few days ago.
Fair enough.
Now, for the record, we have a 15-month in the house, so.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Well, maybe not a Capri Sun. It was one of those like.
Little juice pouch still.
It was a juice pouch.
Yeah.
This table being a little passive, with the exception of Eric.
But it's aggressive if it's
Yeah.
paying off.
Queen 4 diamonds looks like he makes it 15 in the cutoff. Blake gonna defend in the big blind with King 10 offsuit to a late position open. Queen Ace 9.
Before I forget, I did see a clip of the live stream last night.
Yeah, that was gross. We'll talk about those hands last night.
Yeah, I just not remembered. I did watch a clip.
Check, bet, call. $61 into this pot going into the turn. 10 of clubs. That's me on tracker, actually. Craig had to run to the restroom. Another check call. Blake announcing he's behind. Needs a jack. King or 10. 2 of clubs, bringing in backdoor club. Gonna go check on the river. Queen good. Eric pick up another pot to
Yeah,
put in
Eric.
over 1.1K.
His wide holdings are, his wide range is paying off right now.
Chip counts again. I'll pull up another stat real quick. Here are cumulative winnings so far. Eric, the most up 600, Ty $385. Big Fish and Blake. That stat didn't save as long as I thought it was going to stay up.
Here we go
Cup
again.
breaking even. Neutral EV. 2 losers so far, Raj and Matt and Frank. Tiny Poker now in the chat, one of our moderators here. Howdy, y'all. Cup is in the
What's
game.
up, Tiny?
He was here earlier. I came up here, so I went to drop off laundry. 'Cause I don't do my own. I don't do my own laundry. Apparently, when you don't do your own laundry, people will accuse you of being bougie.
You're
So,
not wrong. It is kind of bougie.
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if you don't do your own laundry and you send it out, is that bougie? Tammy Vinny cannot answer that question because I know her answer already. But anybody else, if you send your laundry out,
I'm just saying, if you can afford it, you can afford it, and that's okay.
it's $1 a pound.
That's not bad. That's actually a lot cheaper than a lot of places.
So you think about it, I had like 3 loads of laundry, right? So it's probably going to take me 6 hours to do that.
Oh, I agree.
Right?
It's worth the time.
And then I have to fold it. So it's going to take another 30 minutes to an hour. So that's like a whole day for me. Or I could pay somebody.
Pound.
Huh?
Where are you paying $1 a pound?
Not that far from here. Actually, so I pulled into Poker House.
I'm gonna have to get that info.
Yeah, it's actually. I'll give you the name for the. It's anyway.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I dropped it off at like 1 p.m. and it was done by 5.
That's insane.
And they actually deliver it here. Like,
you
yeah,
kidding
you have to do it. You have to do it online. It's like a $10 delivery fee.
That's fine.
Yeah, but if you
I
think
hate
about,
doing laundry.
so I'm saying,
It's right next to doing dishes.
right? I'd rather do dishes.
So that might just be the Asian thing.
Yeah, but.
Because
Like-
I'm the same way.
Next time I'm going to drop it. Like you have to do it online. So like next time I'm going to like sign up for it, drop it off, and just have them deliver it to me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely get that.
So
info.
they called me like at 5:30. I was like, well, I can't go pick it up because I have to commentate and set up the stream.
Right.
And they're all like, $34. I was like, so I have 34 pounds of clothes. But that's like over 3 weeks of clothes.
That's insane though. That's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's really good value.
Yeah, you break that down to how much hours you spent.
Right.
Like 5 hours.
So I was action tracking this hand. So I was interested to see what their holdings were. Some limps. Raj out under the gun. After straddling, going to make it 30 with pocket sixes. Going to get both of the players to limp call his raise from the under the gun straddle. Board of 2, 5,
Wow.
6.
This board favors everyone else but Raj.
Right.
And then Raj is actually the one that's pretty heavy favorite here right now.
Blocking flush draws, blocking spade draws, blocking straight draws.
Yeah.
Now Matt does have the ace. Needs a 3 to drill the gutter.
Yeah, just the way he's been playing. I mean,
Tie with overs. See if he's gonna float with overs here. Now based off that action, yeah, definitely Ty's gonna have to fold.
he's gonna min raise here with ace deuce.
Yeah, it's interesting based off his stack size. Either you're gonna rip it or not rip it.
Right. It's definitely suspicious. And I think Roger's gonna pick.
I'm
up
not a
on
big
that.
fan of the min raise personally.
Oh, me neither. Never. Especially with that sizing, I'm just gonna stick it in there. Either I win the pot or let's go.
I don't want to give away strategy, but yeah.
Just makes the
Roger's
call,
gonna make the call.
as he should. I mean, he's not. he
He's
has
double
nothing-
blocking straights.
Yeah, and he has nothing left. Matt has nothing left behind, really.
King of diamonds on the turn, not changing very much on this board texture.
It's an overcard to Rogers.
Yeah.
Fair, but pretty much anything's gonna.
Definitely when he
raises.
raises, again, not playing too many hands.
Oh, there it is.
Would have liked to seen a Raj rep that king there as the pre-flop aggressor,
Yeah.
especially being out of position and not playing a lot of hands.
Oh, he actually has more than what the
Has a lot of king queen hands.
graphics are saying.
Yeah, king has a lot of ace king hands, king queen hands. What is that noise? Okay, a lot of hands there.
You dropped your phone.
That was okay. That makes sense.
He goes all in for 89.
That's 90 into what? 200? 190?
Yeah.
About 45% pot. I mean, with sixes here on that board right now.
And for his tournament life. Or not tournament life, I'm sorry. For his stack. I'm just so used to commentating
Yeah.
tournament the last few days. Or the last few commentatings I did.
Effective stack size on the river is 90, so it's still not going to cost. It's not going to cost Raj his whole stack, but
I mean, it's a dent because his stack size is not that
yeah,
much.
not very. Going to fold. Correct fold.
It is.
Now, if he barrels turn there, it's definitely going to get Matt off his equity.
Roger's been making a correct laydown so far. I mean, he's been ahead, and then he gets caught up on, and he makes the correct fold. So, and hats off to him for figuring out what's going on. But I think some of it, I think he's just missing a bet too, and kind of letting them get there on him.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting all the chat. So
Oh, we're not?
yeah.
We try refreshing again, see what happens.
What you can actually do, since we're not streaming the final table, we use that laptop for the picture-in-picture for the clock. Not on this laptop. So you can go out of here and just actually go to YouTube.
Okay, true story.
$2 a place. 3 foes.
What is
4 foes. 4 rain. They're bet 15.
People talking about min raising.
6 call 15.
I'm not giving strategy away.
not saying nothing?
Ain't saying nothing.
Why aren't you letting me get out of here?
Hit FL11.
I got 4 players.
Boop. That didn't work. Boop. There you go. All right, back to action.
Might just be a little.
Hand 43. 4 players to this flop. King, queen, 9. Eric with top pair, gutter to straight. Ty with a gutter as well. Big fish with the bottom pair. Eric using his aggression, gonna bet $40 into 60, 2/3 pot.
I'm making fun of the commentator. Hopefully Eddie's back there.
Definitely mute that.
He always says, well, that favors the racers, and this flop favors the
Fine.
Eric making fun of me.
There we go.
The GOAT. I just connect the dots.
There we go.
It's warm you.
Professional.
Yeah, we missed a lot of the chat.
Do I? his cards are on there.
We are the only live stream that discusses laundry in the chat.
It is not bougie to send your laundry out for $1 a pound.
$1 a pound is worth it.
36 bucks.
Because the reason why I was
3
surprised,
weeks worth of clothes. Psh, all day, baby.
Because we were paying like $2.50, but that was Frisco.
For a pound?
Yeah, I didn't pay
nuts.
for it.
Yeah.
But
That's nuts.
they sent my clothes. A friend of mine. They're like, "Oh yeah, I know this place." So I went and I was like, "Okay, cool." And I got the bill. I was like, "Nope, nada, no, thank you."
Another place did it for $1.30, and I still thought that was pretty cheap. But this one's like, I called. So at the conclusion of this hand, because it looks like we're going to go Texas heads up.
Yeah, we are.
5 ways to the flop. Queen Jack offsuit for Eric +1. King 8 suited. Jacob +2. Ty middle position, pocket 3s. Blake 4 deuce in the hijack. Frank 7-8 suited. Ace 5-10 board, 2 hearts.
Yeah, it was a $20 bet pre-flop. So
Bet 45.
Ty with the best hand with 3s. Blake with a gutter to the wheel and backdoor clubs.
it's crazy how no one hit that board. 5 players to the flop.
5 foes. 6 foes.
Eric gonna call with a gutter to Broadway. Actually has the best hand right now. 9 of clubs.
Oh, boy.
Makes him open-ended, giving Blake additional equity with the club draw.
Bet 150.
Big sizing here from Eric.
He called.
Snap call from Blake in the hijack.
Get ready. If Blake misses, get ready for a big bet.
2 spades does not change the... Eric gonna put Blake in a tough spot.
At least Blake picks up a pair. He
Yeah,
technically
but
has the
based
best
off
hand.
that line from Eric, a big bet
No.
on the turn and ripping it on the river,
Oh, he
just can't call.
double barreled or triple barreled it. I don't think he led pre-flop, but yeah, you can't call there with a pair of deuce. But man,
Eric gonna pick up about $275 on.
Did it ever register that hand? Trying to. A lot of potential cards. Bottom of red.
beware the min raise, Tiny says.
And then for those of you in the chat, I know some of you are regular in this chat. Let us know what you think about the new camera angles, additional cameras, the new skin. This is a new skin that I tried out Saturday, and I had a lot of popularity. Carried it into the next gen stream yesterday, continuing it tonight as well.
Yeah,
It's very clean. It's a very clean skin when you see like the pop up and stuff like that.
I like it. I mean, you guys are playing around with a lot of different styles.
Yeah, so just kind of get into it.
Yeah, it's-
Eric gonna limp under the gun with 8-5 of spades.
Why not?
Speculative limp call there.
He's on a heater. Got to play the rush.
4 calls, 5 fold, 6 raise to 20.
See why with King Queen suited.
And gonna make it with a suited Broadway cards. Gonna make it 20.
1 fold, 2 fold, change coming.
Matt with Ace Jack suited could have turned that hand into a three bet bluff.
3 to the flop. Guys with Jack of Diamonds is going to be your
For that stack sizing, I think I would. Those guys are just have massive stacks.
Deuce 10.
check. Check.
Matt with the best hand, ace high. 5 of hearts.
Oh.
Eric with the best hand.
20. Calls 20.
Interesting that Ty is gonna float here
Right?
with his specific holding,
Along with Matt.
especially with Matt behind.
It's definitely being played out.
9 of clubs.
Really
This is gonna go check.
No.
Oh, Ty gonna turn his hand into a bluff. It is a bluff, but gonna use his hand. 60, 45. Very small sizing here, about third pot. Somebody liking the stream?
Thank you for liking the stream.
Whoever just liked the stream.
I explained it to him. We appreciate it. We just can't see you, and we do apologize. I keep getting bluff, he says.
Eric's trying to reconstruct the hand here. See if he sniffs out the bluff. A hand with like a hand containing a 10 or a 9. Good call. Good call there here. And I'll break that hand down specifically and why that's a good call. Okay. Based off flop action. Right? It goes check, check, check. Right? Eric leads out. Eric, if Ty had like an actual overpair, he continues on that flop.
For sure.
Right? Continues on that flop. Okay. And if, let's say, when he raises there, he doesn't have a lot of 2x combos. Can have some ace 10x, can have some, 10x combos in his range. A hand like jack 10, ace 10, right? Tie there. When Matt checks turn and bets 20, I think he bet 20 into 80, so he bet about quarter pot. And he just calls there with a king, queen, a hearts. I forgot, what did the turn bring? I don't remember.
Calls to C5, C6.
Mark, I'll get into your question in a second. When he just calls there, you're not going to put him on an overpair, because if you got overpair, he may raise there, right? Would have bet flop if he had overpair, or even a hand like ace king. And on the river, when you check on that board, 9 of clubs, if you have a 10 or a club there, or a 10 or a 9, you have enough showdown value on the river to where you don't need to bluff. So when he missed, I don't know what he was chasing on the turn when he overcalled there, but good smell by Eric on that, calling out the bluff.
Mark Rodriguez says, new to the channel here. I'm local to Fort Worth and just discovered you guys. What is the membership and hourly rate?
Go ahead,
What
Chris.
tournaments do you have on weekends? I'm thinking about stopping soon. Well, I'm glad you asked. So the membership, we have a daily, which is $10 a day, monthly, which is $30, and a yearly, which is $200.
I think it's
So-
300. The yearly's 200?
It might be 3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, you're right. It is
Yeah,
3.
the 200 was the Black Friday promo.
That's right. We run promos all the time. Oh, there it is. Being typed out for you.
Yeah. Hourly is $13 an hour.
But we have running deals all the time.
Right. So go over those hourly deals.
So 5 for 55. So 5 hours for $55, which comes out to a $11 an hour. Standard, if you just buy 1 hour at a time, it's $13 an hour. So you save $2 an hour that way. Unless you're just a regular player and know you're going to play anyways, go ahead and get the 20 for 200. Comes out to $10 an hour. I mean, I explain it to people like a Dave & Buster card. If you buy the membership and the hour, none of it goes away. It all stays on your account until you use it. So if you buy 5 for 55, so you buy 5 hours and bought a monthly, and then you don't come back for another week, you still have your membership, and then you still have your hourly. It just stays in your account, so you can use it whenever you want to. The hourly will stay away, but the membership will go away accordingly to what you purchase.
And then in terms of tournaments on the weekends, if you're including Friday, we have a $300, $200?
Yep,
$300 black chip bounty tournament where $100 obviously goes to the bounty, $160 goes to the prize pool, $40 for admin fees.
And it's got a guarantee on it too. Let me pull them all up, and
Yeah.
I'll just read them off to you. We just upped some of the guarantees for our tournament, so sorry I don't have a lot of that just right off the top of my head. So we've been getting a lot of traction in our tournaments lately, so we've been upping the guarantees. So why not? I mean, if we're gonna keep receiving your business and you guys are just keep coming in and crushing the guarantee, we want to up the guarantee and show that we appreciate you guys for coming out here and playing and choosing Poker House. So just give me a second. I'll have them all pulled up for you.
I didn't see what the action was. All I know is that Raj 3-bet ace king to 70 in the hijack.
All right, Friday we have starts at 6 p.m. It's a 3K guarantee, 300 no limit, $100 bounty. And then Saturday at 3 p.m. we have an $8,500 guarantee for $300. It's a deep stack re-entry. And then Saturday, we just started this week, and you were here for it. Saturday, the Insomniac tournament, the Pajama Party tournament.
I think we're the only room in Dallas that does a weekend late night tournament after 9 p.m.
That's
So
the one I know too. So
Yeah, going back to the black chip bounty, that's a tournament that starts at 6 p.m. Registration's open for 2 hours, 20-minute levels. 3K guarantee. I think including the bounties hit like 5K this past Friday. I think I was in the booth commentating 2.5. Saturday, it used to be $280,000, $7,500 guarantee.
Yeah,
we
but
made
it just-
we bumped up to 300. Had the same number of entries as last week. Last week we had the most entries, 50.
It's been going up.
2 Saturdays ago, 50. And then this past Saturday also had a 50 price pool, 12,500. Tiny in the chat saying first over 4K. And that Saturday Insomniac tournament. Now this past Saturday, yesterday.
yeah, if you're a late night person that wants to come play tournament, I'm pretty positive we're the only club in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that offers a late night tournament.
Yeah.
So, and if you dress up as in a onesie or a robe.
Yeah, so the format for the tournament, it's a $130 buy. Oh, $100. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a $100 initial buy-in. Hold on, I'll go over that after this hand. We got a pretty decent hand developing here.
There we go.
It's 3-bet by Ty in the big blind with ace queen. I think cup open in the hijack with a suited wheel ace hand. Matt in the cutoff. Cold call to open from cup. Cup in the tank. Trying to figure out what to do here.
Oh, he is super still, isn't he?
Does he know it's on him or does he not know?
I don't think he knew.
Yeah, with a person behind, that's a tough call to make with. All right, heads up to this flop, $151 after the 3-bet from Ty from the big blind. King high board, rainbow board.
Still 2-eye with the best hand, ace high.
See if he elects to c-bet his entire range here. $80? Slightly over half pot here on a very uncoordinated board, representing a hand like ace, king, king, queen.
Any ace holding
Yeah.
is going to be. And Matt will take it down.
Not enough equity on that flop for Matt to continue the c-bet.
What were you saying about the structure for the Somniac party?
It's a $100 15-minute blinds. Turbo starts at 10 p.m., 15-minute blinds. So the way we did it this past Saturday, you get 10K in chips initially. You got another 5K for wearing pajamas, another 5K for wearing a robe, and another 5K if you donated $10 or brought a toy to be donated to less fortunate kids in the DFW area. We raised over like $900. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
I knew it was a decent amount, but
Yeah, there was a guy that wasn't playing the tournament. He's like, "Can I just donate $200?" We're like, "Yeah, sure."
We're not going to say no to the kids.
Yeah,
so.
not gonna say no to the kids.
And
So
it's all going to charity.
yeah, and if you bust, you can reload before the break. You can buy in for $100 for the 10K, and like you don't get additional chips again for pajamas and robes. You just have to pay the full 30 for the extra 15K. So it's basically essentially 5K per. I'm sorry, $10 for every 5K. And then Sunday we have our deep stack turbo at 1 p.m. Now that tournament this Sunday is a different tournament. It's actually a 10K guarantee. $125 buy-in with add-ons, 15-minute levels.
For this week only.
This December 11th only. So that you don't find too many of those types of low-value, high-guarantee tournaments in the DFW area. So hold on, Eric turning top pair. See what sizing Eric uses.
2/3, 50.
Eric using his aggression here.
Yep.
Gonna get folds all the way around. So it's a 10K guarantee, $125 buy-in, and then let me step out and get the structure sheet real quick because I don't want to tell the viewers in the chat incorrectly.
Yeah, we actually have a special event coming in on Sunday. It's the reason why the tournament structure is a little bit different. So he's gonna get the information for that real quick. Don't want to tell you a lie, but it's gonna be a 10K guarantee. It's a lower buy-in, a higher guarantee. We're expecting a huge turnout. And that is going to be this coming Sunday, the 11th. All right, Eddie's back.
Got the structure sheet. December 11th, this Sunday at 1 p.m., 10K deep stack. $125, get 30,000 in chips, and this is our only add-on tournament that we have here at Poker House. Again, with this guarantee, another $50 at the break for 55K. Another $50 for an additional 25,000 in chips at the break after 2 hours. 2 hours, right. So it'll be 2 hours of open registration. Levels are 15 minutes, 10K guarantee. Probably first place is going to pay somewhere around 3K, 3,500. So that's that term. And then Sunday evening, going to be our crazy pineapple bounty tournament, $180 buy-in for that. Definitely the only crazy pineapple tournament, bounty tournament in the Dallas DFW area. Blake in a 3-bet jacks out of position to Eric with ace-7 suited in the hijack. Queen Jack 10 board. Blake still with the best hand with jacks. Double blocking Broadway. Unblocks heart draws. Okay, so Sunday evening tournament, we go over the structure for that one.
Hopefully, Mark, that answers a lot of your questions.
Well, not just for him, which people in the chat.
Yeah, just in general. I know a lot of these things, a lot of the tournaments, we change month to month.
Yeah. Well, for the time slots and for the days that don't do as well as others, we kind of experiment with that. Like Tuesday evening, you know, we made that the crazy pineapple. We made that a crazy pineapple. Sunday evening, we didn't have anything going on Sunday evenings in terms of tournaments. Now the next gen guys do their live stream, the live stream on Sunday evening. So we wanted to make something.
So Mark, the best place to get all the tournament info that are up to date is going to be on Poker Atlas.
That is correct.
Just go to Poker Atlas and then go to Poker House Dallas and then click on that and go to tournaments, and it will show you every tournament, every day, the time, the structure, the buy-in, the chip counts.
And Mark, are you a tournament player or a cash player?
Yeah, which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer to watch on a live stream? We were doing this poll earlier, so I'm just curious to get your judgment, your information.
Our live stream schedule, Mark, not just for you, Mark, but just for everybody in the chat. Sunday is our next gen boy, 6 to 10. That's a 2-5, 1500 cap. Monday is this 1-2, 500 cap. Tuesday is the crazy pineapple. Is this Jax again? Yeah, Jax again. The cutoff going to raise it to 25. We're getting
it's tricky to balance the commentating and the action
I know
at the
I
same
may have
time.
missed some hands here.
Nothing crazy happened yet. I kept an eye on.
Looks like folds all the way around, maybe? Did somebody just knock on the door?
I just accidentally tapped the table.
Folds all the way around. Okay, so Tuesday live stream schedule is Crazy Pineapple. Wednesday, it's probably one of the best value tournaments in the DFW. $100 buy-in, now a 5K guarantee. Katie's game, 20-minute blinds.
That game gets
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, the amount of people that are coming out and playing that tournament, you get such good value. It's $100.
Let me backtrack. So I'm not a big fan. I'm anti-add-on tournaments, just personally. And I understand why people like that, but it disincentivizes players before they break to play well, personally. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah. That's not the view of Poker House Dallas. That's just my personal opinion. Probably not going to find a better value. That's not true. TCH has the best one-day tournament on Saturday for 365. But for such a low buy-in, no add-ons, no, whatever, pretty good. We live streamed that final table, Mark, as well. So the Wednesday tournament final table is live stream. Thursday's $200 buy-in. Chris May's deep stack is live stream as well. Friday's our bounty tournament. We stop final live streaming that final table. Now it's going to be our bigger game, our 2-5. Hopefully at some point 5-10. Saturday is going to be the final table of the $300, $8,500 deep stack, and again Sunday is the next gen boys. So.
100? Yes, it's 100 and action's right here.
Sure, Tiny, why not? You can come in the booth. I don't know if I really would like to play some of these tournaments. I don't really get a chance to play anymore. These really good value tournaments because I'm either running tracker or commentating. So.
Yeah, I don't get to play as much tournaments as much as I would like to. I'm not a big tournament player, but I'm trying to get back into it. I used to do really well in tournament back in the day, and I kind of took a little siesta, a little break from poker. And
Blake was trying to make a move with 7-deuce offsuit, but then there's a 3-bet by Raj in the big blind. Raj picking up the aggression was pretty spot dead for a majority of the beginning of the stream. Gonna pick up some dead money here, picking about 50 bucks.
Could I ever 3-bet to 350, maybe all in here? How worth is that? That's not very
Oops. Yeah. Oh, and so Mark and Sluggy, if you guys are interested, it sounds like you guys have never played a live stream before. If you guys are interested in playing our live stream, our 1-2-500 cap, let me know. I'm the agent sensation. I manage the lineups for the most part on the cash games.
yeah, you'll see Eddie here pretty much morning to night.
No, I'm not that degen, bro. Don't call me out like
all the time. Half the time he's just doing his volunteer work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and we do these smaller live streams on purpose for everyone to get a chance to play.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, it's cool to see $25, $50, $100 games, which we do spread here on the regular. But we don't even live stream those games. We want.
Those are private games. Ooh, Frank gonna make it spicy.
Yeah, he is.
7 deuce. No, not the 7 deuce. No one has got 7 deuce to go through yet. Cup king. Oh, we're gonna defend with a suited king in the big blind.
This hand's getting a little out of hand for fun here. No one even knows what's going on.
Timing thinking he's getting a good price. Doesn't. Good fold. See if Frank's gonna get spicy and how he's gonna continue. If not continue based off flop texture. Oh, that's a. Okay, so I think this is a good barrel candidate for him. Has a lot of these late position opens.
Well, essentially, they're both kind of on a bluff.
Yeah, he's
Even
gonna.
though Cup has the gutter ball to the straight.
Very speculative call from Cup here. Literally just drawing to a gutter. Now, if he had, obviously, if he had diamonds, if he had king 5 of diamonds, can definitely elect to call and see a turn. Tiny, I read your comment. I didn't realize there was a guy named Sluggy Sluggy in the chat. So I thought you were saying sluggish. This sluggish for the game. Gonna ship it. Gonna show 7 deuce. Again, 7 deuce offsuit game in play at this table. Gonna pick up $15 from everybody.
So anyways, what we were saying is we stream these smaller games because it's more relatable to the masses. Most people play 1-2, 1-3, 2-5. That's just what the majority of everyone that plays. So it's relatable, and it gives everyone an opportunity to play on the live stream with us. All you have to do is come to the club. You can use Poker Atlas to sign in up to 1 hour before your check-in. So just hop in, Poker Atlas, sign up for the live stream, and then check in within the hour so you can be on the top of the list. And then when it comes to live stream, we'll pull the first 9 names, and that's how we start the game. And then we pull the list as people leave or bust or whatever it may be when they step away from the table.
Now, for the record, for those of you in the chat, I always give priority to out of towners.
Yeah, if you're
or a first timer. So if you're a first timer, you get like people from out of town get first priority in terms of locking. So we generally don't lock seats up on the 1-2 game because we just get such a high demand to play on the stream. So if somebody's in town, like, hey, I'm going to be in town for a couple days for work. Can I play a live stream? Seats locked up. If you are, first time here, I'll usually lock a seat up for you with it being your first time. And then everybody else who's in the room will announce it on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, so if you can, hold on. Not too much on this board. 6 clubs in turn, not much of anything. Yeah, so look, I actually want to make it out there for the mixed games. I am a mixed game specialist. I won't say specialist. I prefer mixed games. Like tomorrow we have a 15-30 mix. Chip counts. I'll pull up. Let me get the mouse to the
It's 20%.
Yeah, and I'll put some of these in between hands, some of these other stats. 15-30 mix tomorrow. Last week, the games in the mix that we had stud 8, regular high stud, Omaha 8 or better, deuce to 7, triple draw, ace to 5, Badoogie, Raz Deucey,
Archie.
Do we have Archie in the lineup? I know we had draw.
You guys did it last time.
Yeah, maybe we had Archie. I must have been afterwards. Archie was in the lineup. Perry Dramaha is in the lineup. I personally don't like playing like Razdusi, Dramaha, those. If it's here's the thing. If it's a non-bracelet event, I really don't play those. So like any of the horse games I'll play, deuce to 7, triple draw, ace to 5, Badoogie. I'll play all 8 of those games on the regular. But like any of the like Razdusi, Badoosi, split pot games, not a big fan of them. Just because they're not because I don't like them, just because they're non-bracelet events. So to me, I'm really not going to play a game that I can't potentially win a bracelet in. Gonna be 3 ways to this flop,
Maybe.
probably.
See Eric. I see Eric making a call. TY calls here as well.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're good. We're good here. At least for now. At least for now.
I've been kind of having a little allergies lately.
Yeah.
So been having the raspy voice.
Wow. Ty flopping bottom 2 pair. Very connected board, though.
Yeah, it is.
Straight draws, flush draws. Big fish with the over pair.
And a gutter ball to a straight draw as well.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. Backdoor spades, but Eric with the best backdoor spade draw.
Correcto.
Check from Ty for deception. This guy's 2 pair here. Good fold from Eric. See if Ty's going to come in with a check raise.
Looks like he does.
Good sizing. I like the check raise. Going to get the snap call from Big Fish with over pair.
Didn't even think
Big
about it.
pot. Stack to pot ratio with the effective stack size of Ty of about 0.55. Probably going to be a rip here.
Backdoor flush draw pulls in.
Going to snap jam, turn 2 of clubs, which is really interesting because it's a board that it's a card that doesn't change the board dynamics. And Big Fish, as the pre-flop aggressor, that 3-bet, gets a check raise.
He makes a call.
Yeah. At minimum, Ty has 2 pair here. Could yes, count. There's some counterfeit outs.
Looks like he's gonna run it twice.
Jack of diamonds not changing much. Yeah, there you go, Eric. Thank you. I actually told Brian that like on a 6 of diamonds.
And he boats up
Boats
on the second
up.
board.
Big pot for Ty here. Gonna push him over 1.6K. Gonna leave Big Fish Matt with about $100 left. Probably gonna be topping off. Tiny, if you'd like to play horse and deuce a 7 and Badoogie. So here's the thing, deuce a 7, Badoogie, and ace a 5 play very similar. Okay, I mean they're just triple draw games. Like, I will never talk strategy about mixed game because I don't want any of y'all to know my strategy when I play mixed. I don't want any of you guys to know.
I'm gonna tell you my strategy. I just don't play mixed games.
Yeah, I used to like give a lot of strategy when I first commentated, but
I need to go back and watch.
yeah, I was told like you're giving away too much strategy. I was like, you know what, you're right. So, there's definitely some strategy in playing the mixed games, but not gonna get into it. Tiny, if you can, tomorrow we play 15:30.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like a big game. It's not.
it's really not.
I always tell people.
I was there last week.
Now, I buy in for 1,500 2K. That's way more than you need. Usually, you can buy in for 20 big bets. You can buy 500. That's me in the background walking in talking about the 10K tournament 15 minutes ago.
Someone bought in for like 200-300 and did just fine.
Well, I know Min bought in. If he's still in the chat, I can't remember. He maybe bought in for like 400 and like one day left with 2K plus.
Yeah.
Frankie bought in a few weeks back for 400 and like ran up to 2K plus. I bought in for like 1,500 last week, I think, and ran up to like 2.1.
But yeah, you don't really need. I mean, 1530 does sound massive, but it's really not that bad.
And the thing is, on all the streets, it's capped at 5 bets, which is normal, obviously.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not a bunch of games you're not familiar with, but it's usually in the evenings that they run the, like, Badoosie, what's it called? And
You can let them know too. I mean, I see them adjust the games to the players that are playing. So
Mark, who like final table the Crazy Pineapple tournament last week, played mixed for a little bit before, and he only bought it for like $300.
2 when I was there.
Oh, maybe it was
Last
200.
week,
Yeah,
it was
203. He was sitting in the 1 seat, and I was in the 3 seat. And I was kind of quote unquote coaching him, just giving him a little bit. I don't mind giving strategy at the table to a certain extent, but I'm not going to give it over the internet. Oh, is this a? All in? What's going on?
Miss.
Oh, it's a bomb pot? Oh, we're doing a bomb pot.
Oh, okay.
So there's a bomb pot. We haven't been doing a lot of these lately because I was unsure how to do it. So Blake with 2 pair, 9s and 2s. Raj with 2 pair, aces and 7s. Let's see if there's any spade draws out there. 10, 7. Probably going to be heads up between Blake and Raj. Yep. Just as I anticipated. I don't know. Jack of diamonds up top, 7 of hearts at the bottom. Raj with now a boat at the bottom, nut flush up top.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's going to be scooping this board unless Blake rivers a 9 or a deuce on the top board.
Wonder how the graphics are gonna register this.
Oh, gonna bet 50, gonna bet small.
What a board.
5 of hearts, not changing much. Small size. 75 to 85 for value.
This is gonna be 135.
I'm not a big fan of that sizing.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah. It's like 65% pot.
Especially when you know
It's just a really bad 2 pair to call with.
because it's such a. I mean, Raj gotta assume he's gonna be scooping. I mean, that's.
No,
a
I mean, it's not a
monster
horrible sizing. It's not a horrible sizing.
hand. No, it just depends what he's.
Yeah,
doing.
gonna get the call. Gonna see the bad news. Boat and nut flush. That's super nut. I mean, it's like pretty much the effective nuts. Quads at the bottom or aces full at the bottom, but pretty much nut.
Yeah, sick.
Again, effective nuts on both
bomb
boards.
pot.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, bomb pot. So essentially, everyone puts in the same amount to start. In this case, it was $5. So everyone throws in $5. You get your 2 cards just like regular hold'em, and you go straight to the flop. 2 boards, and then there's betting action, and then 2 turns, and then betting action, 2 rivers, and so far and so forth. And you play each board independently.
That's correct.
So, in case you didn't know what that was, that is a bomb pot hand.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting there's a lot of players that like don't play or understand bomb pots.
A lot of people that aren't from Texas don't really recognize the kind of bomb pot we have, because
Yeah.
a lot of bomb pots, because bomb pot essentially just means everyone puts in a X amount and you go straight to a run out. But here in Texas, it's usually double board almost every time.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of the time in Vegas and stuff, it's just like, you know, 1 board, $25 bomb pot or something.
Yeah, I want Mark back to your PLO bomb pots. Well, yeah, I'm not going to get too much into strategy. But a lot of people play bomb pots incorrectly,
I know I don't think I play it correctly.
which is why I like to play them. Which is why I like to play.
Don't really play too much bomb pots. I'll play some PLO here and there, but I'm an old school hold'em player.
I like the C-bet here from Matt. Interesting
Goes all
re-rip.
in.
I didn't see the action for himself. So cup raises to 15. Matt going to call out of the small blind. Check, bet, rip. Not enough, really not a ton of fold equity here. Yeah, I mean, you fought middle pair, backdoor spades. Backdoor spades. Oh, turn 2 pair.
Yep.
Nutted. 9 of diamonds. Brings it in a hand like Queen 10, 10, 7. Looks like Matt is done with the stream. Let's see if that seat got filled.
So Eddie's going to step out real quick and see if he can get those seats filled. A lot of times he's the one that, you know, fills the seats, gets the names going, things like that. I agree, Mark. To me, it's just a $5 gamble to see the flop. I kind of agree with that. I mean, I know there's a strategy to it, to bomb pot. I just don't know it. I'm just not really good at it. Either I'm going to flop the nuts on them, or I'm just not going to hit nothing. And I'm just going to let it go. And essentially, that's what it sounds like you're supposed to do. But hey, I don't really win on them. Here and there I do, but I don't really play him too often. So looks like Big Fish is going all in with ace 10 with a short stack. Raj wakes up in pocket fours. Gonna go ahead and make the call. Cup with queen 10. Definitely has a playable hand, but it's gonna let it go. Matt looks like he came back with 400. Lets it go. Eric wakes up with king jack, and he's gonna let it go. Looks like we're gonna go heads up. Let's see what develops here. 9-10 jack. Big Fish catches his 10. Raj drawn to a 2-outer with the 4. Does not connect. Big Fish is gonna win this pot. Doubling up here. Nice and easy. Oh man, I agree, Mark. Like, flopping the nuts means absolutely nothing. I mean, it just every card changes every time. But it's a good time. We actually run quite a few bomb pot tables here. If you are ever interested in playing something like that, we usually get around 2 to 3 tables every single day, if not more. We run consistently a $5 bomb pot and a $10 bomb pot table. So if you're ever interested in playing bomb pot, this is the go-to place for bomb pot tables. Raj raises 25 with 5-3, opening up his range a little bit. Cup 3 bets it to 75. Everyone's gonna let it go. Coming right back to Big Fish, or not Big Fish yet. Now it's on Big Fish. Is he gonna do a flip? Looks like he might. He lets it rip. He's all in. See what Raj is. He's gonna let it go. And a snap call by Cup with ace king off. Let's see. 5 still holding. Still good. Oh, Big Fish with another double up. So yeah, that's back-to-back double ups right there. Brings this stack size to almost 400. Damn, just like that. Your pre-flop raise. Blake leading the pack with 18. Not far behind with Eric, Matt, Frank, and Big Fish. Everyone else is kind of on the bottom end. Cup, TY, and Raj. And then Jacob just sat down. We're all trying to add more money.
Sundays 1,500 and Fridays match stack. 500 minimum.
There we go. Frank lets it go. Big Fish is gonna pass on this one. Not trying to pull the hat trick. He already got 2 double up back to back. Cup raises a 15 with ace 10 off. Matt making the call. So we're gonna see heads up action. Matt drawing real thin. But he does flop the gutter ball. 6-6-7. Matt with 8-10. Cup has 2 overs. That's about it. Cup bets. Matt folds. He didn't miss much. You did see Tricky Fish get back-to-back double ups. He went from 85 to about 400 in 2 hands. Yeah, pocket fives hold up against Ace King. Big Fish. Yeah, he had back-to-back double ups. Sorry, I was talking to Eddie. Eddie just walked back in the booth.
Well, I saw that there was a seat open, so I wanted to make sure that seat got filled.
Yeah, I was letting them know that you're just there filling up seats.
I don't like to have a dead seat.
Tammy loves bomb pot, she says. Gamble, gamble.
Gomble, gomble.
Gamble, gamble. I keep saying Asian Aces with 10 Jack, and I'm not sure if anyone understands yet.
No, it's okay. It's because there's 2 Asians in the booth.
Fault comes out. Queen, queen, 7, 2 hearts.
No one with a queen, but Matt with
King high flush draw.
king high flush draw. Playing a little passive now. I think he reloaded, right?
He did reload.
For 400.
He was a little trigger happy, and then he kind of toned down a little bit.
Gonna overbet pot there. To a $9 pot.
You can bet 10 into a $9 pot. What are you doing?
Guess a small blindfolded then.
Hey, it goes a heads up though.
4 spades on the turn, 8 of clubs on the river.
Raj with pocket 6 with the check mark. I think Matt can get him off the hand, considering that almost every card is an overcard to his pair.
I'd like to see him bluff here.
That was a check. It's just gonna show the winner.
Yeah. Raj had enough showdown value to check.
No, but
River.
Matt's only chance of winning there was taking a stab at it.
Taking a stab at the river. We'd like to see him.
But the way he's been running, I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah, and I get that. I mean, because this game last Monday, I ran like dog doo doo.
Oh man,
it was all right. It happens.
Me and Matt were in here commentating. We're just like, in any other situation, you would have made that call, and it was just the way you were running. We knew that you were gun shy at that point.
Yeah,
and I don't blame you. I mean, the way you were just getting run out on, just running.
It was a hand where the guy. I should have folded when the guy turned. He bet big on the turn.
There was a few questionable plays, and
on the second, that one hand where the guy had 6-8 and turned the nuts. I had bottom pair and I turned a flush draw and then I rivered 2 pair.
2 pair, yep.
And so he made a pretty good enough bet.
Oh, look at this. Eric with ace queen suited and Raj wakes up with cowboys.
See what his 3-bet size should be.
Let's see what he's gonna do.
After a call, he should make it about at least 100.
He can even size up to about 125 and still be okay in the range here.
Looks like it's gonna be really
small. It looks like 85.
Really small sizing.
Yeah, it is.
After an open and a call on the button, could have sized up to about 100, at least 110. Blake on the button looks like he folds.
Looks like he folded, yeah.
4, 8, 9. See what sizing he's gonna use here. You're either way behind or way ahead.
Yeah, I think it's just heads up. I don't think Blake's actually in here. I could be wrong.
Good check back by Eric there. Especially with Raj 3-betting out of position. Jack of diamonds brings in diamond draw and a gutter to a straight.
That's definitely going to help Eric.
And he rips it all in. Going to have
Oh, wow. It's a great bluff card, too. I mean, straight gets there, so. There's a chance that Raj is thinking he might already be behind.
It says he's about 535. That looks approximately correct. See the table talk. Turn it up.
Knock told me.
Raj is definitely going to be sitting in his tank here for a moment. I don't blame him.
I think I know what happens.
I think so too. Just from history.
And he has a king of diamonds.
Yeah, that's what makes it real tough.
With him having the king of diamonds, reducing diamond combos.
Yeah, like
You know, a hand like this, you know, ace queen suited, definitely ace 10 suited, ace 9 suited, maybe. It's probably at the
definitely narrows the range.
Yeah,
Maybe
especially-
ace 10 of diamonds is what he can probably put him on safely.
Yeah, I don't think Eric's going to be calling with ace 8 of diamonds, ace 9 of diamonds.
No, but ace 10 is
Yeah,
definitely
ace-
plausible.
Ace 10 of diamonds would be a really good, you know, ace queen of diamonds is definitely a good hand.
Ace
candidate.
10 would be better.
Yeah, because you have the nut flush draw along with open-ended.
Yeah. Wasn't a real tough
But
spot.
again, with having pocket kings here, you're double blocking.
This time around, I can think of something.
7 deuce.
I don't think you have 7 deuce.
I've seen Raj play in the past. He is a smart player. He might be able to get away from here or make the right decision, whatever it may be. It's pretty close to a flip.
Yeah, Eric's not going to have a ton of 2-pair combos on this. It's either
No.
a draw.
What's your place? I got open-ended and a flush draw.
You don't have open-ended. You had a gutter bowl.
Don't lie to us. We see what you have.
10.
There it is.
Gets there on the birth board. At least getting half this pot. Oh, and Rivers an
Wow.
ace. I act well.
Damn. That's rough.
You made the right call.
You did make the right call. When the deck is against you. Eric chipping up again.
Up to 2.2K. The only reason I knew what happened on that hand,
You saw it?
no, I didn't see it.
Okay, because I'll say, I had a
But there's a
feeling.
new, when I walked out,
He was
there was a
gonna
new,
call.
no, there was a new player in seat 1. That's why.
Oh.
That's why.
Dirty.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if I had never walked out there.
I actually was thinking he was going to call because he had the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you know,
he's double block. He's also double blocking. Like you have to like
so
Eric-
many hands. I
Eric
know.
has like he probably shouldn't be making the pre-flop call with like pocket 4s. Could have
Right.
pocket 8s. Could have pocket 9s. He had like ace 10 of diamonds, ace queen of diamonds, which is obviously what he had.
Ouch is right.
Yeah,
That's
the
rough.
the bottom of his calling range to a 3-bet, especially with Raj not 3-betting a ton and not being very active.
You
He-
should have, when you were stepping out for a second, he was opening with 3-5 suited.
Who was?
Raising Raj to 25
Okay.
pre-flop, like just, and like under the gun. They're just crazy spots. And I was like, man, I think he's catching on that people were realizing he's playing kind of tight. So he started opening up some range a little bit.
Yeah. Eric in the significant chip lead here, 2.2K, tie with 1.6. Everyone else below the max.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So I'm gonna pull up the cumulative winnings to show you where we're at.
Yeah, there. Oh,
Eric and Ty. Oops. Why? Eric and Ty, the only players up on this live stream table. Eric up 1.7K.
and up big too.
Ty up 1.1. Everyone else
I mean, sorry, 5 fold, 6 fold,
in the red.
7 fold,
That's tough.
8 fold.
And a new feature here was part of the updates. Hand 64.
9 raised to 30, 2 fold.
Made it 30. Big Fish gonna make a move with 7 deuce offsuit on the button.
He wants that extra money. They are playing a 7 deuce game, as far as I know. So
Eric with a really speculative call defending the straddle heads up.
when you're running good, you're running good.
Big Fish. It says he has 350 in his stack. I don't know if that's correct or not.
It's probably right because I remember the double ups.
Oh yeah, he does. I didn't see the greens there for a second.
9 bet 55.
Got the 7 deuce. Gonna pick up a $15 times 7 because that one seat is not filled yet. So picks up just an additional $100. His actual chip stack is actually more than that because
$105
Yeah.
plus there.
it says plus 38, but it's really 15 times 7. So 105.
Yeah, 105. Man. Good old 7 deuce game. That's fun. Makes for moments like that. Ty's gonna limp in here.
About an hour left in the
off.
stream.
2 raises to 20 with King Queen. Cup
And
bumps it up.
That's the correct open
Greek.
when being folded to on the button.
Eric wakes up with the smallest of pairs. See what he wants to do.
Gonna call.
He's going mining. Put your hats on.
Now with King 10, feels like he's getting a good price.
I think so too. He was the one who opened too, so.
No, he limped.
No, he did limp. That's
He
right.
limped.
Cup
He-
was on a raise.
Limp call. Renee C is going to be coming in, sitting down in the seat 1 here in a few minutes on your end.
Sounds good.
That favors
That favors everyone but you.
Eric
You
making
are
fun of
right.
me.
my small blind calling range.
That's right. It does not favor a small blind calling range. Eric.
He's learning. They both flop second pair here.
I don't know what the run out is, but it looks like Cup is going to win this hand. There you go, 6
fast.
spades.
Yep. That went so fast.
Not sure what happened on the river, but Cup wins that hand. Cup plus 900 there.
Check, 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 I guess.
Right.
Eric leading the pack with aggression, 42%. Also leading the pack in chip, so sometimes it pays to be aggressive. It also pays to hit down the river every time too. Running good.
So the joke is his name is Renee, but they put the Renee in. We didn't know how to pronounce it. The first time we was on the stream, so we're like, there it. How do you pronounce that?
Big fish with ace deuce. He's gonna limp in. Suited. Cub's gonna limp in with, nope, he raises. Raises up to, looks like 20.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. Sorry.
Oh, good. No worries. That's what we're here for. Tag team. Eric's gonna call the 20.
Okay, we're going 4 ways to this flop.
King deuce 6.
Top pair for Cup. Probably going to see bet his entire range here. Going to represent like hand like ace, king, king, queen, king, jack, which is what he has. Good sizing. About 45% pot.
I find a lot of players make that mistake by just not betting enough. Just underbetting what they should in the pot.
Yeah. Ty looking, grabbing calling chips in what would be a very speculative call.
I mean, it's a gutter ball.
It's a gutter ball, but he has no additional doesn't have any additional equity, backdoor equity.
No, he's drawing to that
Yeah, if he had
four
a-
outer, and that's what
If he
he's
had
looking for.
if he had 5-4 diamonds, he can make that call. 5-4 clubs, obviously.
Oh, Cup upgrades to 2 pair, but the flush draw, front door flush draw gets there.
Yep.
Might slow him down a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see what sizing he uses. Could be third pot.
And let's it go. Cup's gonna win this one.
Do you have any particular day you want to do it? Is it a big game?
Let us know in the chat, guys. What do you guys like to see? Do you guys like these cash games? You guys want to see more cash games? Is there a tournament you're looking forward to playing to, or a tournament that you would like to try to run and see if that we can make that happen?
Well, what's really neat to hear about at Poker House?
We listen. So a lot of these games a lot of these tournaments that are going on currently are because of you guys. You know, you guys spoke up and it's like, I want to see this. I didn't like this tournament, so we got rid of that and did this. And, you know, we like to hear your suggestions. And if we can accommodate it and make it happen, we're going to do our best to do that. Because, I mean, you guys come here to play. So we want you guys to come here to play what you want to play. I mean, if it's an absurd request, obviously we can't make it happen, but we can take from that. Like, we can take an idea.
Yeah, that Insomniac tournament was kind of put together last minute on the fly.
Yeah, we were just thinking like, there's a bunch of guys here that, can't make it to a 6 o'clock start tournament.
Well, that's why registration's open for 2 hours as well. So.
Right, but that Insomniac, sometimes you just want to punt off $100.
I didn't really punt that much. I got to the final table with like 5 big blinds and then blinds went up.
You did.
I don't remember a lot of that evening.
I was there.
Yeah, that's why
we were all in our outfits.
Yeah, that's why I have actually a rule where I don't drink when I play, but for like a home game or a fun tournament like that, I'm totally in for it. Right?
Something smaller, something, low risk, having a good time, you win, sweet. Oh, hello.
Wow.
All right, Eric just flats there. Oh no, he didn't.
There was an open and then a raise?
It's like it was just open to raise to 20 and then re-raise to.
Was there a double straddle?
I don't think so. Has to be. That's new.
Yeah, there's
right?
a straddle.
Yeah.
Oh. Blake thinking that Eric's making a move on the button with his. It looks like Blake made it 300. Oh, he's gonna lose his stack unless. And then Matt's gonna probably rip. I wonder if Matt's gonna rip Ace King offsuit.
I mean, he's not. I mean, he's gonna assume he's gonna get a flip, right?
Bet in a 3-bet from Blake out of position. The Ace King offsuit with your chip stack size.
I agree. I mean, he should be able to sniff this out, but he's also down. Sometimes when you're losing, you just want to make a move.
I don't recall Blake having too many 3-bet. So here's the thing.
But Blake has shown a lot of very wide ranges.
So with the way this hand is gone, I'm gonna tell you why this is. Even though Eric has aces on the button.
You on? Yeah. I call. We run twice.
Runs into it.
I wonder what it's like to run like God. Yeah. Well, I had fun playing with you guys. That's a winner.
Turn up the table mic. Turn us down. Turn the table mic up.
Let's just run it twice. 2 times.
Let you guys look at the tabletop here.
Wasted one of my aces.
Wasted 2 of his
Hearts.
Push it higher. Push it higher. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, straight.
Needs a 9 and a 9 only.
The stand up. That's what that was. Hey, y'all have a good night.
Blake sucking out on the river on the bottom board after running it twice.
Hey, good thing Matt didn't call with Ace King there.
Man, so I have a rule when I turn me up a little bit more. When I'm on the live stream table, I actually don't run it more than once. I run it twice.
This is true. He announces that.
I announce it. I always announce. I'm running it. Oh,
One
now
time
obviously, Matt could have definitely ripped there. I'll tell you why. Eric has a big chip stack and has been shown to be pretty aggressive pre-flop here.
Mm-hmm.
So when he just calls the double straddle with 20, because it was 2, 5, 10. Oh, maybe it was a triple straddle, because 5, 10, 20. If he just calls 20, right?
No, he raised it to 100.
No, I'm talking about Matt.
Oh, Matt, yes.
Matt called the triple straddle with 20, right? And then Eric probably potentially sensing weakness, wanting to could think that he's making a move on the button. Now, with that being said, with Blake under the gun in the straddle, is potentially thinking that Eric is making a move, which is why he 3-bet the 300 with Jack 10 suited.
Just squeezing there.
Yeah, thinking that he's just squeezing on the button.
Right.
So again, Matt would have lost that hand, but could have rejammed there.
There was validation for the play for sure. Matt here flops open ender, middle pair for cup.
Yeah.
Tie.
Matt with the best of it right now.
Yep. And then Eric with the gutter ball. Let's see how well he keeps running.
Doesn't like the bet and the call from Matt, especially with Matt having a short stack. Correct fold there. Especially again with Cup, hasn't been playing a bunch of hands. When he bets here and then gets a call from the short stack, your gutter's never good there. If if one of those was a club, he could probably make a float right there, a float call. Couple
Right.
two pair. Oh, king of spades.
And
Bringing in backdoor spade draw.
And but the straight gets there too.
Think cup's gonna go in the check call mode right here.
Nut straight
Yeah,
with the
but-
backdoor flush. I mean, Matt has to try to get as much value as he can.
Text him, tell him, send him to YouTube.
Set him to the tube.
Is he getting raising chips?
15 on cash games, 10 on tournaments because of the breaks that we have to adjust for. He tried to give it away. Katie
Looks like he's getting raising chips ready.
Yeah, Mark, we would love to see you come out, make it for the bounty. If you see me, Chris, or Eddie, just come by and say hi. Eddie here is our unofficial sponsor.
Right.
And then I'm one of the managers here at Poker House, so you'll see me kind of probably running around clueless with my head cut off.
Not a big fan of the check raise there by Cup on the river without a flush, only having two pair. Not much worse is going
Oh,
to
he check raised to 55? I didn't get to see it.
No, so Cup checked, and then Matt made it 55, and then he re-raised it, and that, yeah,
Oh, check raise.
he check raised.
Oh, man.
I'm not a big fan of the check raise there.
No, not against Matt.
Not even with a low stack or whatever. It just not worse. Not much worse is going to be calling you there. Now,
Agreed.
if you actually have spades, the check raise there can make sense,
True.
right? But with two pair there, it's just check call.
Yeah,
it's just
'cause
check call.
It's essentially just
Yeah.
a bluff catcher at that point with
Yeah.
two pair.
So there's other pairs. Two pairs straights out there, spades at you. You know, there's just a lot of combination of hands with that king of spades coming into the river that.
Oh,
Put you in
Grant Music says, "What's a 7 deuce game?"
Oh, explain that, sir.
You want to explain it, or you want me to do it?
You got it.
So the 7 deuce game. So at the beginning of the table, before it starts, everyone agrees to terms or whatever it may be. If you win with 7 deuce, like you saw a few times here, you get paid by the table. So if you can win with 7 deuce, in this instance, everyone had to pay that player an additional $15 out of their stack.
7 deuce. This table is 7 deuce offsuit. So 7 deuce suited does not play.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize.
That they announced it. You weren't in here yet, but before the stream started, or like right as the stream started, they agreed to the 7 deuce game, but it was 7 deuce offsuit only. So 7 deuce suited is not going to ever win.
So if you win with 7 deuce offsuit, you win the pot. And obviously, if you win the pot. Plus an additional 15 as agreed by the table. Sometimes it's an additional $10 up to $25. Whatever you guys end up agreeing to is what the bounty is essentially. So yeah, it's a fun little game that the players at the table like to play just to change it up a little bit. You know, gets exciting, especially when you win with 7 deuce. I mean, as a poker player, you know how
Hold on here.
notorious that is. Oh, we got a little action going.
The
Go
limp
back
from
to
Matt.
commentating.
Eric with 6-4 of clubs. Going to get a 3-bet from Frank out of the small blind with queens.
I feel like Frank's been kind of quiet too.
Eric going to get spicy. Going to make the call in position with 6-4 of clubs. Going to go heads up to this flop on a monochrome board.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
3 hearts.
4 checked out. Frank's gonna win this one.
Going to show the queen.
So the buy-in for this particular game, it's a 1-2 cash game. It's 100 to 500 max.
Eric like legit open folded that flop. He was checked to, and he just folded.
Yeah, I
check
heard
back.
I heard it, and I heard Craig say there's no open fold button on this pad on the action tracker.
Oh, there's not. Yeah, I guess it's just check bet all. Yeah, it's just check bet all in.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. I actually didn't think about that.
7, 15,
45 minutes left in this stream.
Protege for real says, let's go, Frank. Thank you for liking this stream.
There's a
Mystery person. Normally we give a shout out to everyone that does, but tonight, for whatever reason,
it's turned off.
Yeah, and we can't see who's liking the stream, but you the real MVP, okay? We'll let you know.
Matt flopping 2 pair kings and 5s.
Remember, guys, everybody get all your time before we start. We're not stopping the.
That's what I was just going through in my head.
35. 5 fold. 7 fold.
Big fish with bottom pair.
9 fold.
Eric's still the big winner here.
He's up 2.1K from his original $500 buy.
Yep. 1,600. Luck box.
Crushing it. When you run good, you run good. I don't know what else to say.
If you win 7 deuce more than once, you get paid more than the minimum. Is that a thing? I've never heard that.
As you can
That's
hear,
too much. That's too much to handle.
here's the table talk. They're discussing 7 deuce alternate rules.
5 fold.
Matt gonna straddle under the gun.
Someone won with it 3 or 4 times in a game.
Just add 5 each time. First time 15, second 20.
No, that's I'm
7
saying
fold,
if
8
you did
fold.
the double, I mean, times 3.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect that. I still haven't seen it.
Bunch of limpers in here. Frank with pocket 4, big fish.
Now-
Queen 8 suited. Matt with king 10 off.
Again, I won't talk too much strategy. In 1-2, especially in Texas, an early position with like like a hand like 7-8 suited, pocket 6s, pocket 5s, 9-10 suited. It's those are hands you can definitely limp call with. Yeah,
I agree.
I don't
because
li-
usually you get somebody to bet for you, and
it's not
that's the crazy part.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you don't want to open a hand like 7-8 suited or like pocket 4s under the gun, right?
Right.
And they get like 6 callers behind you. Because a lot of players, especially at the 1-2 level, they're not going to be like, oh, Ed's under the gun, he's opening, he's pretty strong, he hasn't played a lot of hands in the past hour. They're just all like, oh, okay, I have ace-10 offsuit, which is not, so an under the gun open from somebody that hasn't been playing a lot of hands, you're not really supposed to be calling with ace-10 offsuit, right? Or ace-9 offsuit, whatever. So like in 1-2, I actually have a limping range personally.
You have your own chart? Essentially.
Yes, and I have some hands that like I 3-bet. Again, it's based off table dynamics, based off configuration, based off stack depth sizes.
Look at this. Everyone's got a decent hand here.
3 fold. 4 fold.
Frank raised it to 30. Big Fish called. Renee called. Eric
5
calls. And Ty calls.
Texas heads up 5
There we
ways to the
go.
flop with a 1 of 50. 4-7 queen, 2 spades. Who has something? Big Fish with the best hand with 6s.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Eric flops bottom pair. Nothing.
Eric in position after getting checked 2-3 times is going to make it 55 into a pot of 153. Yeah, 153.
4 fold, 6 fold.
Big Fish 55. Fold. Fold. On to Frank with this little nutcracker.
Doesn't have a ton of equity. Yeah.
Nah. Well, the best hand won. How crazy is that?
Yeah, not enough cards on the turn that improve his equity position there. Gonna fold. Good fold by Frank. Chip counts again. Eric, Ty, Blake, Cup, Jacob, all under $400. Ty still with a good night up about a K. How come I couldn't have ran this good last?
If you just
Well, the problem is last week we at the table before the stream started, we legit,
cumulative winnings here.
yeah, we actually upped the cap to K.
We did. It was exciting. I enjoyed it. I personally like it, but it does increase that game by many folds just because there was a straddle almost every hand. It seemed like from back here.
Yeah, and for the record, I I'm auto straddle and I'm auto under like double straddle, triple straddle. So like
Oh,
I'm
for
never,
sure.
like if there's 5 straddles to me and I'm like the next person, I'm gonna what's up for 5? Quadruple, quintuple, sextuple, right?
That's fun. I played a.
Eric with top 2. Gonna probably check for deception here. Yeah. Oh, bet's 50. Renee with a backdoor spade draw, backdoor Broadway draw. Gonna peel one in position. 7 of diamonds.
Help. Eric.
Pairs the board, but
Renee's not going to stick
Yeah.
around with that holding.
check back for deception here, maybe. Eric snap folds.
No, Eric showed Renee. Oh, he did. Wow. Wow.
Surprising a fold there from Eric.
Yeah. You got counterfeited with the 2
Well, he
pair. Just
thought-
figured with,
He maybe didn't think his 3 kicker was going to be good, but there are a lot of the river cards that like bring in chop outs.
Agreed.
If Renee had an ace as well.
might have just not been prepared to give away $400 just in case.
Interesting fold from Eric there.
It really was. It was a very tight fold from Eric.
I mean, there's not too many 7x combos that Renee
We got
has.
Ralph Pipkin says, "Hey Eddie."
What's going on, Ralph? I'm relaxing in the booth.
Yeah. He's got
Just
his
chilling.
He's got his feet up. He's
Got
comfortable.
my feet up.
I don't blame him. It's a little warm in the booth.
That's a lot of warm in the booth.
It is a lot of warm. There's a lot of age in this booth. There might be too much sensation. is
So it
what
looks
is.
like there is. Oh wait, what's going on? Frank's in a
raise
rate
to
to 10 with ace 3 suited wheel ace. Big Fish gonna call ace 6. Call from
Renee
Renee. Oh, Cup gonna 3-bet here with 7s. Gonna squeeze in position.
With the best hand.
This is definitely a squeeze that can work out very well. Big Fish probably gonna call fold. I wonder if Renee's gonna peel one off. Yeah, don't blame him for peeling here. With a suited ace. Ace 7 on the flop.
Oh, 3 spades. Jack 3 deuce. Nobody holding a spade.
Gonna rip a stack.
Go. Gonna deny any possible equities.
Yeah.
And he'll take it down here. Nice and easy.
Is there somebody knocking on the door?
I heard, but I think it's just the wall.
Is it?
If you ask me.
Okay, we're good.
So, for those of you who don't know, me and Eddie are in a small.
Like 8x6 room. 50 square foot, dude.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably 10 foot at most this way and like 6 foot this way. So, like, yeah, 50 square foot at most.
There's not a lot of room here, and Eddie's not a big guy.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Wow.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hiya. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get myself banned from commentating anymore.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
We'll just, if someone says something, we'll just look at him and say, it's because I'm Asian?
Yeah.
Eric wakes up with pocket 3s. Matt limped in with 5-3 suited. I think Eric raised here, but I'm not sure what he raised to yet. 20 bucks maybe? 20 bucks.
Lots of callers.
Lots of callers.
Lots of callers.
Monotone board. Jake
Jake?
with the ace of diamonds. though.
Yeah, with the naked ace of diamonds. Jake with diamonds as well.
Anybody hit anything? I mean, Matt just turned a.
I'm trying to figure out the
open
equity.
ender.
Tie with top pair ace 9.
I mean, oh yeah, he did.
Small bet, 30% pot. Call from Blake with a 4 and a diamond jar. I don't blame him for that caller.
No,
I'd actually peel, and you're getting a good price there, Jake.
100%.
Yeah, with the ace of
The
diamond.
ace of diamond for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't get there, but still.
I would have peeled the one with the ace of
I
diamonds.
can't believe he checked after he just bet into that. Why would you? Don't be scared now.
Ty going to pick up $100, adding to his stock. Second biggest winner so far on this stream.
I'm going to have to pop off a few buttons on my shirt here.
Yeah. Tammy Vinny making a comment. I'm hungry, dude.
We had some Chinese food before we got here.
How come y'all never ever invite me to this food partaking?
I feel the same thing because every time I check Facebook in the morning, you guys are at IHOP.
No, it's usually like Judy's or something like that. Maybe we should go.
We should all go out
Hey.
one time.
Are you working late tonight?
My ride's Matt, so I totaled out my car on Thanksgiving Day.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
So you know how we have we had food catered into the club for like
Yeah. For the people that that didn't have Thanksgiving, you guys opened up at 3 p.m.
At 1:40, I was driving down 35, about 2 exits. I'm telling my story and I'll let you know. And then I was about 2.5 miles from my exit from the club. And I hit a patch of water, I spun out, and I hit the wall going 70.
Holy smokes! I did not know that.
And everyone was mad at me because I wanted my Thanksgiving food so bad. And I got trapped in my car for 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I was airbags deployed. I mean, I head-on collision straight into the wall, 70 miles per hour.
Dude, I did not know that.
No exaggeration. I was in a neck brace. I was hospital.
Holy smokes!
But here's the problem. I came here first because I was so hyped up on adrenaline, I didn't feel nothing. I had a little bit of scratches, some bruising. I knew that. But I was like, I want my damn turkey.
That's so Asian.
That really is.
Yeah.
So
Dang, I'm glad I didn't hear about that. I'm glad you're doing all right.
I appreciate it. That's why you haven't seen me as abundant as I usually am.
I thought you got fired. I'm just kidding. I know that didn't happen. I'm totally. But I actually no, I did not know.
So usually I'm at the club 5-6 days a week, 8-10 hours a day, because I enjoy it here. But I just haven't had a car. So that's why Matt came in. It's like, hey, you ready to go? He's my ride. He lives close to me, so he's been picking me up and taking me home.
I did not know that. I mean, it makes sense, but sometimes just like I don't know, save on gas, whatever.
I don't usually tell a lot of people my what my personal life, but this was something I thought you knew.
No,
a lot of
I did
people knew.
not.
But yeah, I was in a bad wreck, and
That's
Tiny. It sounds awful, but it wasn't as bad, and I'm just saying that probably because to make everyone else feel better. But I'm pretty sure I blacked out. I was taken to the hospital. I got CT
Lord.
scanned. I was in a neck brace. I'm on like some happy pain pills.
Holy smokes.
Oh man.
Uh-oh, the 7 deuce game on.
6 fold. 7 fold. 8 fold.
Sweet. With that case, Tiny, I appreciate, you guys, looking out for me. I am doing much better. Bruising is going away. Headaches are kind of going away. So, all good things. All good things. But, yeah, I mean, what a Thanksgiving day. Exciting to say the least. Back to the commentating. What is going on with this flop? Where are we? Let's see. See, Jacob bets 100 with 7 deuce with the 7 deuce game. He does have an open ender on the flop. Blake's gonna let his pair of 8s go. Big fish with 5-6. Even if he catches up, he's still gonna be on the bottom end. Matt with pocket 4 says no thank you. Eric insta folds, and Jacob with the 7 deuce game. Oh, there it is. He knew it. He had it out. Collect your bounty, sir. 7 deuce is gonna hold up. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Mark. I definitely do feel better. I definitely appreciate it. I love being at the club, so it kind of hurts me to not be here as much as I like. But, I do have to, in the end, I do have a family that, wants me to be in one piece. So I have to kind of listen to that too and, take a little bit of time to recover and not be here all the time, even though I want to be. But soon enough, I'll be back to norm. Man, 7 dues. But with that being said, Eddie is going to be back in the booth. I am checking out a little early because it is time for me to head out. My ride is here. So good night to you all. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the kind words. And I'm out.
4 fold. 6 fold. 7 fold.
You're welcome, fish. Here's some pointers. Juice it up a little bit for you.
And on 2.
All right, back in the booth alone. Gonna wrap up the last half hour of this stream. Somehow my headset got tangled up in the chair. If you could fix this real quick.
You're gonna have to go misdeal and then go because 7C or 7C grabbed the wrong cards. So misdeal or back is fine, and then go again.
All right. Oh, did I lose my audio? No, I'm there.
Now,
Here.
3 fold.
Uh-oh. Cards not showing up.
6 raised to 20. 7 fold. 8 fold. 9 fold. 1 raised.
Okay, here we go. Cards showing up now.
3 fold.
Ooh, yummy. Yumi or yummy? I'll respond to that. Oh, I'll respond to y'all's chat. A bunch just popped up. Let's see here. Okay, getting caught up on the action. Ty gonna raise a 20 in the hijack. Guess there was a call from Big Fish out of the small blind, and then Renee makes it 100 with Ace King offsuit in the big blind. Interesting call there with Ace Jack offsuit. I think Ace Jack offsuit is a fine hand to open with, but not good, strong enough to call a 3-bet out of position raise from. I totally said that incorrectly, but you guys knew what I was trying to say. Ace Jack suited, you could definitely call there, but with the Ace Jack offsuit just doesn't play that strong. Of course, when I make that comment, he turns a jack for top. 75 in a pot of 225, about 30% third pot. Renee check rips his whole stack with just Ace King. Now Ty's blocking pocket aces. Obviously, we see Renee has Ace King. Trying to represent a hand like Queens, Kings, Aces. Renee with the speech play. Ty saying he doesn't know if he's good enough. I'm going to turn down my mic. Turn up table mic.
Katie, you are not
speaking of Katie's game, raise the guarantee to 5,000.
5,000.
First 3 times I came, but since then it's just like, live stream. Yeah.
Gonna make the call here.
Once or twice.
Oh, Grenade gets there on the river with a ace king.
When you raised the 80, I'm like,
Gets there on the river. Tice.
Well, he did that selling that I have 7 deuces. It was a pre-flop raise, and I was like,
Ty making the correct call, getting sucked out on the river there with ace king. All right, so let me get back to the chat real quick.
when he said that, I was like,
Mark, I will be here on Friday. I'm either going to be commentating our 2-5 live stream game or running the action tracker, which is what Craig's doing tonight. Now, Miss Katie in the box, for those of you who don't know her, she is the Katie from Katie's game tournament. From the Katie's game on Wednesday that used to be a 3K guarantee, and now a 5K guarantee. Same buy-in, same structure, bigger guarantee. One of the better, it's probably the best one-day weekday tournament for value, other than the TCH Bounty tournament on Tuesday. You know, I put it up there with that. Yumi, we are, I can go ahead and ruin this. We're going to have a PLO stream. I just said that. I didn't see the action call. Raise 15. Call. Check, check, flop. Ace of spades. So Blake with the nut flush, turning nut flush draw. Ty gonna check, bet gonna Blake. Blake gonna bet his nut flush draw. So what do y'all think about having a PLO shoot? I know Eric in the past has been kind of leery because we've burned through so many decks and a lot of players peel the cards very roughly, especially in PLO. And now with that being said, the lineup that we intend to put together for our PLO stream, maybe like a 1-2-5 PLO stream, will be players that understand the game. Let me phrase that. I think would be they're more geared to this, you know that. Very big 3-bet size from Big Fish with Ace King suited after an open from Frank in the hijack. 5x. Don't usually see 5x raises in position. Big Fish announcing he doesn't mind taking down a small pot, doesn't want these small type middling hands to call, which is why he made it 5x, which if that's what he's thinking, I get.
don't you dare turn over 7 dish. I'll pay me.
Good fold there for Frank.
No suck out. That taco speed for gas station speed. So they're clicking. Let me take my little one here and be happy.
I've seen you in the chat a couple times before. You from the Dallas area? I'll tell you what, do me a favor. I'm going to start putting together live stream like lineups. And when I say lineups, I need to start putting together a database of all the players that have played in the before, get name, number, blah, 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 and all of this. Do me a favor, Yumi. Call or get in contact with our Facebook page, Poker House Dallas, and let us know your info. Have you played here before? I don't. Like I said, I've seen you in the chat. That's your real name. I don't know what it isn't. Eric's saying he wanted to get into the mix. Gonna pull up some stats here. Oh, this is Lexi. Is this the same Lexi that sat in one seat that accused me of being bougie because I send my laundry out and because when I go to casinos and hotels, I use the bellhop and I order food service to my room? Is that the same Lexi? Or the other dealer Lexi? Okay, I gotta get back to the action. Sometimes I chat with the players too much. Jacob 2 pair, Eric with pair of 8s, 10 kicker, 15 into a pot of 75 on the turn. Ace of diamonds on the river. I'm sorry, I really did a bad job announcing this hand, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm just gonna let this hand play out.
6 raise, 80. 3 fold, 4 fold.
Oh, Blake with a bluff here, go Jack 9 of spades.
5 fold.
I guess Jacob defended light from the straddle with 8-5 offsuit, because that's not a hand you would normally see him play pre-flop out of position. So again, there was probably a bunch of like a bet and some calls, and felt like he was getting a good price from the straddle. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I am not bougie. I'm banning both of you guys from the chat. Tammy, I'm gonna unmoderate, let you non-moderate anymore. Looks like Eric's out of time in the red. Always telling players to buy time. Oh, do as I say and not as I do, or do as I, whatever. I just commentate poker and I play. Blake under the gun +1, gonna make it 25 with a 6 of clubs. Calls from both big fish middle position. Renee in the hijack. Going to be 3 ways to the flop. $83 in the pot. 2 diamonds.
7 check. Line check. 1 check.
Renee with middle pair flush draw. 9 of clubs. Bringing in some straight draws. Hand like queen 10,
7 check. 9 bet.
king queen, 7-8, 10-8.
7 fold.
Big fish gonna take it down with aggression after after turning a 9.
All right, guys. Y'all got the best dealer in the house coming in? Just the best smile in the house. How about that?
Alright guys, y'all ready to jump? Y'all ready to jump?
Lexi, if your name is Lexi, why is your name Yumi Cortez
What's going on, fellas out there,
on YouTube? And I don't know why I'm whispering. Okay, so get in contact our Facebook page. I'm Eddie Bat, the Asian sensation. Help manage the live stream here, especially with the lineups. I think we're going to try to do that like right before Christmas, that 1-2-5 lineup. Again, with Eric being back in town and the quality of our stream improving on a stream-by-stream basis, going to be stepping up the stakes, stepping up the games. Talked about having a 5-10 after the new year, and then after the new year, maybe dealing some mixed games, maybe like a horse game with the triple draw, which I will definitely be. Well, here's a problem. Since I like to play the mixed games, I would love to play that one, but I may have to commentate or action track that one, since out of the staff that like quote unquote works here, I probably have the quote unquote most experience between running, tracker, commentating, since I play the mixed games on a regular. Yeah, you mean send Tammy a FR on Facebook. Oh, send a friend request on Facebook. Y'all are using these letters. Like, social media is like not my thing. All right, I'm gonna try to follow the action here with bomb pot, holding bomb pot. Frank with queens. Gonna bet big on the flop. 6. I think Ty has to make this call. He's drunk to the nuts. Open-ended with a flush draw on the bottom board. I mean, he's really only drawn to one board, but he has such a big draw that I don't blame him if he called here.
They let me buy in for 4K.
You bought in for 22
Gonna make the call just on a draw at the bottom. Open-ended. Oh, actually, well, I don't want to give away bump pot strategy on the on the stream. I don't want anybody knowing how I play. Ace of diamonds on the bottom board, 10 of diamonds on the top board.
That's all those white you had. 6 check. 8 minutes, 275.
Frank gonna rip his stack for 275. Gonna get a fold. Frank picking up some chips there, gonna push him above the 450 mark.
Yeah, he didn't even let me.
Frank.
He didn't let me shine.
Button goes back and forth. Yep.
So as the stream winds down, here are our chip counts again. Eric, the big winner so far, up over 1.3K, tie 500. All right, so here, those are chip counts. I'm gonna go cumulative winnings for the next stat as soon as this goes away. Only 3 players in the green so far. Eric getting about 1.4, 1.5 up. 500 plus for Ty. Jacob, again, all the other players in the red. Cup with the smallest loss, about 40, 50 bucks. Oops, V-pip percentages here. Eric, Matt, Ty, not surprising, having the highest V-pip. Jacob, Frank, and Cup, 30% below. Big Fish is going to still continue his aggression. Middle position going to open Jack, 8 of spades. King saying a lot of stuff. Looks like some calls, folds. And as soon as this goes away, as soon as the flop comes up, should disappear. It's not. Oh, I got to turn it off.
9 check.
Turned off.
3 check.
10 high board, rainbow Badoogie board.
4 bet 75.
Matt going to bet his open ender aggressively.
I'm gonna quit teaching y'all this shit.
Having fun here on the felt.
Play with you over there. That's what it is.
Young Ivory saying, okay, Frank, nice little hand there that he picked up on that bomb pot with queens. Jake, he's back in the chat now that he's doing well. Okay, I'm trying to fundamentally understand how, at the start of the chat, I get that we only get X amount of viewers. We hold 40 views, 35 to 45, whatever it is. Like now we're like near 60 viewers with like 15 minutes left in the stream. I don't understand it. I'm so confused. I don't know why we always pick up 5 to 10 viewers in the last 20 minutes. Why don't y'all just join in at the beginning and watch? That's me on commentary booth tilt. Just kidding, not really.
9 fold. 1 fold. 2 fold. 3 call. 4 fold. 5 call.
Lots of folds, some limps in the hijack and button. It's gonna go 4 ways to this flop. $8 pot, big a pot brewing. This board in some capacity is gonna hit everybody based off that pre-flop action. So let's see what we got here. Oh, Jacob with 2 pair mats. With a king. Blake open-ended. Tie with gutter. Raised by Matt with top pair. Jacob gonna 3-bet with 2 pair, top 2 pair. Very connected board. Straight draws 9-10, 5-6. Heart draws out there as well. Wants to deny some equity and try to get this heads up in position against Matt, who was the original raiser on the flop.
3 call.
Gonna be 3 ways to this turn. Blake gonna make the call with open-ended. Very speculative call out of position, especially not having any hearts or diamonds. Well, only having 1 diamond. If he had a hand like 10-9 of hearts, 10-9 of diamonds, definitely make the call there. But being out of position, you really don't want to make this call without a suited 10-9.
5 call.
Interesting that Matt bets turn here after Jacob raises him. That's a non-standard turn bet. And now your stack to pot ratio is like 0.9. Like
3 bets. 150.
bets half as the stack. Yeah. I would have preferred him to just check call turn, check fold river. Not a very standard line there. I don't like the lead on the turn. Especially after he gets raised after leading out the flop. I think he lays the flop out for 20 and then Jacob makes it 60. So you could definitely check call. I don't know, actually check based off that with some draws on there, I would actually check fold turn.
Checked on the button. Got a straddle for 5 and then 9. Then it would be binding. But if you just went, got a double straddle.
Not I would, I'm just saying that's with its holding with just king 8. There's better kings out there better than you. See if the players are going to mix it up here, get a little spicy with 10 minutes left in this chat.
5 fold, 6 fold, 7 fold. You playing letters or not? 8 call, 9 call. I like the numbers. There's only 4 letters and 9 numbers, so I like to play them.
Texas heads up 5 ways to the flop. $50 in the pot. Just going to let the action matriculate on its own. Oh, Eric. Sun run Eric. Flopping top 2.
1 6, 3 6.
Small size.
4 puts out a bid of 30. That one got stuck.
60% pot.
8 call.
8 gonna call. Or Frank in the big blind gonna call with ace 10.
1 fold, 3 fold. Heads up.
All right, let's see what happens here on the turn. 10 would be a really bad call. Oh, hiya! Hiya!
8 checks.
Small bet size, Eric. You want worse to call. You want a 10 to call.
4 bets 50.
Like it, 45% pot. Now with 2 kings on the board reduces King X combos Eric can have in the hijack here. Again, Eric's been very aggressive on this live stream table.
Got a call.
I like the check. I like the bet. I actually like the turn, especially against a player profile like Eric, the way he's been playing tonight. Now the queen of interesting card brings in a hand like ace, jack, jack 9. Now Frank blocks ace, jack.
Seriously, it was stuck. I'm like, is that part
See if he's going to size up here to maybe, let's see what he's going to try to target here.
I got 3 kids. And I mean, one pack was like,
He shouldn't be too worried about a hand like king, queen.
4 bets 200.
I got the
Gonna,
that one's mine. Or
gonna super size up here on the river. Making it look like a bluff, I guess. And maybe on a board like this, could have been putting in, obviously if he had king, queen, he snap calls here. Maybe a can like king, jack, king 9. Frank in the tank. Frank the tank. Hiya. Eric with the speech play, gonna turn it up.
earlier I looked over and his heart rate was spiking. I was like,
In the middle of a hay.
That's a tell.
It happens like
it's still,
3-4 minutes later, so.
15-minute
Now
delay.
you were bluffing 10 minutes before that.
15-minute delay on the hard
Yeah.
game on it. 15-minute delay. Sets it with the camera.
I wish I could have seen his on the ace king hand. Oh, I was calm as a cucumber there because I was convinced you were going to look at 7 deuce and fold. So
Are you up in that 7 deuce?
Yeah, I never even thought about putting you on 7
Pre-flop, I ran. I held it up to the camera if you see it. And I thought, oh man, if these guys see it, I don't want to.
on your 7 deuce hand.
On his 7 deuce right here.
Like,
Yes.
You want to jump in for the last 5
Have
minutes?
7 deuce. Oh, I'm not bluffing.
yeah, well, this was it.
Gonna get him to fold.
Hello, hello.
Eric,
Oh, man.
what were you trying to target there?
A king. I thought he had a king.
Like
He only had a 10?
Like obviously he doesn't have king queen. He's like, yeah. That's why I said I should have used a smaller sizing. Because if you have a king, if there's 2 kings out there, you have 1 king that reduces his king X combos, and not many king X
The way
combos.
he looked really strong when he called me, so I figured he was strong. And then I tried to make it look like a bluff if he doesn't have a king.
So that was my thing. I was like, either bet small here or make it look like a bluff.
Right, and
miss a straight draw. Well, I mean,
see, look at how grumpy I am. Like, why didn't he call that?
Yeah, here's Eric and I in the booth.
Hello.
Had a very. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, Cup finally picking up with a hand. Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna unplug it.
Yeah.
Plug it back in.
And make it 20.
Activate it.
Hey, there we go. Not as bright.
Good.
Got heads up in
I
one.
mean, Eric's already white as it is. Doesn't need to be more white.
Oh, it's warm in here. We can open that door.
Yeah, we can since the stream's over. I'm gonna get some air flowing in here.
Pull that down.
Queen 10 board.
The one hand I really don't like how I played was against Renee. When I flopped 2 pair and then when the board paired, I just snap folded. And I was like, I thought about it 5 seconds after I did it and went, that was a bad fold.
Yeah, and I could tell you knew that was a bad fold. Play better.
I'm like, if I just think for just a second, I call there.
Yeah, because like, even if you put him on an ace there, there's chop outs.
Yeah, I'm like, and I could just run like God and hit a 3, you know.
Yeah.
Or an ace to chop.
It looks like seat 4 is in the red with time.
Yeah, that guy, I mean,
hey,
I don't know. I wouldn't even let him on the stream again the way he acts. He's building a wall there.
Well, when you had the 20, I had
and at the conclusion, we'll do a little interview with you. Oh, they cleaned up that live stream table pretty quick.
Yeah, I straddled.
I only run it once because the Jack 10 gets there on the second board.
Still having some problems with the chat. I had to refresh it like 3 or 4 times periodically throughout the stream.
The 80.
Blake with the 8 and the Q.
Oh, there's a double straddle? Did you double straddle?
Triple.
Triple straddle,
I meant
so
20.
5, 10, 20. Okay.
Because I wasn't going to, and I said I would do it, but a lot of players don't like that because now the game is too big.
Well, this is the last hand, right? Or 1 or 2 more hands?
I think we have just a couple more hands.
I'll give you some action. We only got 5 minutes left.
Oh, look at you. Gomble, gomble.
I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
We are twins.
Eric, man, you get the honorary Vietnamese card.
Now I
you
remember this hand. I'm trapping. I snap call him. Alright. So my misstep, my one misstep of the night.
Yeah, but there's stack the pot ratio and your equity and pot odds.
And I know he's jamming anything, so I trapped him.
Oh my god.
And then I get there.
You were so gross tonight, bro. Oh my gosh. That's so dirty.
But listen to what I tell him.
Huh.
There's the nut flush.
Think of it this way. I'll let you hold on to those chips for like an hour longer than you should have.
Fair enough. That was a decent way to look at it.
That was so gross. Oh my god, you were the biggest luck box ever.
Talent, I can't teach that. All right? I can't teach that.
So, like last week when I played this stream, I got railroaded, dude. Like railroaded. Well, I didn't even play bad except for the folding pocket queens against Regis the very last hand after I got railroaded. I overfolded. Hey,
So I triple.
That's so gross, dude.
I triple straddle to 20 and then call 80 to give him action.
You got to straddle into 3 for 5.
That was so
that's
fun.
actually not that horrible of a call. Like if you want to give a little bit of action, at least you were suited, right?
Yeah, and I told him I'm giving you action. Like I made a lot of light calls.
You did make a lot of
Dude, I made so many light calls.
And then I heard you like, oh, apparently this is not good for my big blind defending range. Or my small. I was like, Eric calling me out.
1 fold, 2 fold.
No, there's not twins. It's on a 15-minute delay, so he came in. They thought you had a twin that came in here commentating.
I thought he meant you and me.
No, I mean, we're both.
Twinsies. Yeah. See, I'm asking Renee right now. That's the only hand I didn't like how I played. And he's like, oh, you were so good. He had like queen 10.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, queen.
I had
queen 10 of
ace
spades.
3. It comes out ace 7 3.
Yeah,
and I bet, and he calls me, and the turn comes out a 7, and I was just like, oh, and I just check fold.
Yeah. Okay, so Matt gonna get his chips in, gonna bet pot here, top pair. Jacob open-ended. Frank has some backdoor equity with straight and Broadway draws. Jacob having a 10 holding in his hand.
Matt didn't like sitting on my direct right. I mean, he said it was a rough day for him.
Yeah,
because he would try to limp and I would
raise. I wouldn't want you to my left. I'll tell you what, if you're on my right, I'm 3-betting you, 4-betting you.
Always.
For sure.
Yeah, boom. Just limp raise.
If this is the last hand, I don't mind him getting it all in just for like action. Right. I mean, it'd be better if he had a hand like 10-9 of diamonds or 10-9 of spades or clubs, but obviously he doesn't have any hearts. Oh. Needs a jack.
Jack or a 6. He's open-ended.
Yeah. Misses there. Matt picks up some chips.
Yep, he's
Ty
up
still. Do you want to see at the end that we'll pull up the stats? Okay.
Right on. Yeah, I love that we can do that now.
Yeah. And you should actually show me this afterwards. Had some pretty.
This is the last hand. It's just a $25 flip. Omaha flip.
Okay.
Single board, right? Or double board? Single board. Single board. Single board.
So you change it to Omaha and then you make it a bomb pot?
It's basically a bomb pot, but it's just a flip.
I gotcha.
It's a bomb pot, but there's no betting after that.
I gotcha.
And then it's double board or
single board flip.
Yeah,
On the flip you do is a single board.
Right. Yeah.
So this is the last hand of the evening.
So he wants the big fish, wants to bet me 25. I'm like, all right, I'll bet you. He goes, I'll bet you $25. You have an ace in your hand. I'm like, all right, I'll take that bet. He's like, well, you didn't hear the odds. I'm like, well, I'm not betting. I'm not giving you odds. Because I got 4 cards coming. I'll probably have 2 aces.
It will, but you got to kind of shuffle them around because that 4th one is just too far. How much is in there? 200? I'm just going to...
He knocked the chips over, and I just said, here, let me just clean it up. Give me all the change. And because we're going to cash out after this anyway.
Yeah. You have a wrap? Oh, you have
no, I don't have anything. I don't know what I'm doing. This is Omaha.
Okay, I got to figure out what's going on.
Well, what happened is Craig has to go check really quickly.
Matt, 22% going 6 club, blah, blah, blah.
Now, the thing is, though.
Boat out.
Yeah, we see the 6 on the turn where they don't. We didn't see it, but we see it here.
Who wins this? A chop pot between
chop
cup?
pot, 7s and 7s.
Chop between Cup and Jacob. Both have ace 7. Both players going to make $100. You got to show me how to do the, what's it called? The PLO bump pot.
Oh, right.
Or PLO flip.
So super easy. All right, so we're done. We can turn this off, and we can make this bigger. Actually, no, we can't because we got to do this. Stack size.
So here are VPIP percentage. You want to go?
You want to do stack size first?
Yes. Let's go to VPIP. Then we'll go with the win. So here are VPIP percentages for the night. Not surprising, Eric with the highest VPIP. Voluntary put in pot, followed by Matt, Ty, and then Jacob and Frank and Cup. 30% below. Generally don't need to have too high of a VPIP. Let's go to pre-flop raising. Right. So
Frank's with me, 18%.
Pretty self-explanatory. Yep. Eric, Frank, surprisingly, Cup had some pre-flop raising.
Well, his pre-flop and his VPIP are going to be the same, or just about, because he only played when he had hands, and when he had hands, he raised with it. Aggression frequency, ta-da, 42%.
It's a calculation percentage of bets and raises divided by calls. I don't want to get into the math of that, but yeah, that's what that is.
Win rate.
Cumulative winnings. Eric, the big winner, up about 1.8K. Ty, after having a pretty big stack, lost some towards the end of the stream, but still up about $500. Jacob?
It shows Renee's down. I don't think that's... Oh, you know what that's calculating? The one seed who lost.
You need to ask Australia.
Yeah. Now,
how that works.
What we should... Well...
I don't know how to fix that.
What we should do is there's a 10 seat that we're not using. Move that person to the 10 seat.
Yeah, but then what if we have two people that sub in?
That's fine. Then like at this, and then delete it, and then move the other guy to the 10 seat, and then delete it.
I got you. That's
Because
fine.
then I don't know. We're gonna have to test that and see if it works. So
Frank, the biggest loser, unfortunately, about $775 down after. Yeah, Matt. It shows Matt as a.
Frank was in the 8 seat. He had
a tough stream.
That first hand where I got him, I thought for sure I was chopping with him. I had like whatever it was. I had like middle pair, and then I turned a flush draw and got all in with him. And he called me
with the queen deuce or something like that.
with a less. Yeah,
the queen deuce, queen five suited.
And I hit my club, and then the second one, you know,
yeah.
I just he thought we were gonna chop it, but my 7 or whatever I had played.
Right.
I'm like I had no intention of winning both of those. I was hoping a club hit.
Walk me through that hand with ace king of diamonds where you turned diamond draw and a straight draw, and you got it all in against who was it?
The guy who ended up.
Raj.
Yeah,
Raj.
I was gonna say I don't know him. No, so
what did you? Okay, because Raj hasn't been playing too many hands.
No, so I put him on being super tight.
Yeah.
Right.
So he 3-bets from the he straddles. So he 3-bet from the straddle after you're open.
Just so previous to that, when you don't know somebody and everybody else at the table knows them, because I don't play cash here. I run tournaments. I run the stream. I don't really play cash. So if I see anybody, they're playing tournaments and it's late in the tournament. And final table play with 15 big blinds is way different than cash
200,
with,
300 big blinds. Right. 400 big blinds.
So I don't know how these guys play.
Right.
But earlier, like a few hands earlier, he almost got bluffed off, and he was like, why would you do that to me? And so obviously they knew each other, they had some rapport, and he was like, wow, I can't believe you're not bluffing me. This is just ridiculous. And then he finally called with like ace king or whatever he had. But so I knew that he has a reputation, and he said he's friends with Knock, plays in Knock's home game, and Knock is like, you're the only guy that I would fold this to, and he folds queen's face up or whatever it was, and Raj had the 7 deuce.
Right.
And he's like, oh man, I know you don't have that because you're never 4-betting with that. So I put him on somebody who is capable of folding.
Right.
Right. And he raises, I raise, he 3-bets.
Out of position.
I flat with ace queen suited.
Ace king diamonds. He had king queen. He had
king. I had ace queen diamonds.
He had king of hearts, king of diamonds.
Okay.
That's what he had.
And the flop comes out, nothing.
Yeah.
And
you had a lot of backdoor equity.
Yeah, all I had was backdoor, so I'm ready to check fold, and he checks, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I turn my gin card.
I think it was 9 of diamonds.
Whatever it was, it gave me a straight draw
and a flush draw.
And a
nut flush draw.
And then he bets, and I just jam.
You rip.
And I'm happy to take down the pot right now, which I think he's going to fold.
Did you think he was that strong with kings, though?
No. When he said something about kings, and I said, you have kings?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Because I thought he asked me if I had kings. Like, did you slow play kings? And I was like, oh, you have kings? He goes, of course I have kings. And I was like,
I
was like, okay, well, I diamond, straight, ace. I had a lot of outs, so but I was waiting for him to fold. And as soon as he called, I'm like, run it twice. He's like, oh, sure. And then I bink my flush, and I'm like, oh, yes. And then I bink the ace, and I just get it all. So that was a super lucky hand for me.
Yeah, very good stream tonight. Very good chat. Nothing, seemed to go wrong. I know we burned through. I think we burned through one deck, right? Or no? Maybe.
No,
we didn't burn through any decks. That's good.
We didn't. No, we had one time. Yeah, no, one time where Cup's hand didn't read, but that just happens sometimes.
Yep.
That's it. So
that's it for us here in the stream. We will be returning back tomorrow for the final table.
I can afford that engine now.
Yeah, that's right. for Crazy Pineapple.
Crazy Pineapple.
Tomorrow. So, Crazy Pineapple tomorrow. Final table Katie's game is the new 5K guarantee for Wednesday. Chris May's $200 tournament 3K guarantee Thursday. Going to be streaming 2-5 again on Friday.
Yeah, 2-5. And Renee said he would be in the chat.
Yeah,
in the commentary booth.
Yeah, so I need to put together a lineup for that.
It'll be fun. If you guys want to play some 2-5, match the stack. It's a little bigger than the Sunday 2-5 1500 max. What did you think? Now, I personally like the 500 max buy-in, like now, or just where you can't match the stack, because like, let's say I run it up to $2,000, and let's just say Matt buys in for $2,000,
Right.
and then I lose a hand against him. You know, my whole day is just shot because I lost one hand. So I like not having the match stack.
There's
But I see the other side of it.
Yeah, there's two methodologies on that. Match the stack, because you can get value for big stacks. But the thing is, like, let's say you get felted,
Yeah.
right? Then he doesn't give you opportunity to try to get
Exactly. Now he comes in for 500. I got 2,200, and I just go, I'm all in.
Yeah.
You know. So I see that side of it.
Yeah, so I think on a 1-2-500, like, that's fine.
Yeah,
Last
I
week
was
we
gonna
made
say
1,000.
Specifically,
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
1-2 game is designed for guys who are super excited to be here.
Right.
Like Jacob, for instance.
Seat 5.
Yeah, right to my direct left. He only started playing a couple years ago.
Yeah. Same as me.
And he was like, he said he was flipping through YouTube and saw poker and went, wow, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then he started playing and he loves it. That guy's never going to get a shot to go play in a 10K buy-in cash game.
Right.
And even this is probably, I mean, I don't know the guy. Works at FedEx. I'm sure he makes some good money, but
Yeah.
500 is a lot of money
Right.
to just dust off. He'll come and play once for fun, but if all of a sudden, like, let's say we start out at 500 and he's comfortable and everything's good, and 3 hours into it we lose a couple players and we get new players show up. Renee goes, oh, I'll buy in for 2K, and Matt says I'm buying in for 2K, and now it's not a $500 buy-in. It's like it's 1, 2, 5, 10, 20.
Right.
For a $2,000 buy-in, and he's not ready for that.
Yeah.
So for this specific Monday, I like the 1, 2, 500 max.
Right. Maybe because like on Friday we're gonna do 2-5. We're gonna keep that as a match to stack. And then maybe like on a Friday. So like, I don't know, because I wouldn't be opposed to streaming twice on Saturday, but that's a lot. That's a lot.
It is a lot. We'll have to find out how to monetize this better because we need to get paid for all this work we're doing.
So,
yeah, for sure.
That's it for us in the chat. Are you hungry?
I haven't eaten today at all.
Oh, I ate.
I didn't eat. I woke up late.
Earlier.
And yeah, when you called me this morning, I woke up late, and because I was up all night, and then I was on the phone with the realtors and mortgage people, and they're talking numbers and blew my head up.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, they're talking 3.5, and I'm like 6.5%. And I pulled up my thing. I'm like, dude, I got my house loan right now is 3.2. What are you talking 6.5?
Rates
are
are
like,
high.
oh yeah,
Rates are right now.
They're like, and I'm like, did it go up in the last 3 years? Because that's what I He goes, it went up in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah. There's going to be another crash. Like
that's what he said.
35 years, and it's going to drop down.
Well,
to like
he said in 6 months. He goes, what you do, take out a loan now and just know you're going to refinance in 6 to 9 months when the
so the math on that
hits.
The math is like, as long as you're going to get at least like 0.75 or 1% less.
Right. Then it's worth it, depending on how much you're financing also.
Yeah. So,
but
all right, we're not going to talk about mortgages anymore. We're done.
No, I'm
hangry.
Let's go eat.
I kind of want breakfast though, like breakfast for
like IHOP or something.
No, there's a better place like Cafe Brazil.
I never heard of it. Let's go to Cafe Brazil. Let's call Kristen.
Okay.
Because we ditched her last night. Oh, that's why I was up so late.
I didn't ditch her last night, for the record. So, hey, I'm hungry. I need to eat.
Yeah. All right. We'll call Kristen, see if she wants to go eat with us.
Okay.
Hey, thanks. It's been a pleasure. I don't know if I'm going to commentate anymore. I'm just going to go play this.
I know. Maybe I'm just going to stay in here. Good God.
It was a good day. It was good. This is the first time I've actually got to play for an extended period of time in a cash game down here.
Yeah, because you only played tournaments and stuff like that on the stream,
I only get a chance to play tournaments, and the only time I play cash is if they're opening a game and they need another player, so I'll sit in there and be a body. So this was super fun to sit down for 4 hours with these guys.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us in the chat.
Having God mode on made it
God mode
excellent.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy. Have a good night.
See ya.